eventually everyone will mash, and then
I have baboons chasing me.
yeah, I've seen like so many Tifa's suicide quotes. Yeah, I've seen that more than any other character.
Do you guys have a list like this?
Alright.
Do it. What's going on, Pigeon?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? Shout out to everybody tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good day. Let me move this monitor over just a tick. Yeah, so we're going to do a tier list on characters, and we're going to do one on summons. Then I'm going to con my friends into doing one on players. That's what's going to happen here. Oh, thanks for following, Coconair. I already saw that. It says it just came through. What are these inconsistent icons? I did not create this. I just typed in Dissidia NT and it was already there. So that's what we have here. So just waiting on West and Cross, and then we will start. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good day. It's such a good song. Holy shit. Somebody get this guy raised.
Oh, let me hear that. See.
What's going on right now? Yeah, there's a few characters that aren't even in the game. Like Chris is there, Seymour is there, but it has everybody, including FIFA, outside of that. Oh, it has the chick from 12 also.
It's like a secret. That's the next season right there, I guess.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's up, Cross?
Nothing much.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Alright, Wes is here. I think we can start, man. Okay, so I'm talking. Which one? Oh, you'll see. I'll switch to it right now. This is the summons one. Big dick energy.
Oh,
It's only appropriate.
okay.
Only appropriate for that tab right there, fam. The only appropriate name I could think of. Is this a jiggle tier list? Tifa wins.
Yeah,
It's
man.
easy. It's easy. Easy clap.
It's free.
All right, so look, we can actually get started while we wait on Wes. Actually, let's do this. I'll set up song requests. Holy shit, there's a fuck ton of songs in here. Whoa. Alright, so yeah, this is a result of the sub goal. So this is why we're doing this. It's just been a while since we've been able to get everybody, the people I wanted together. Still missing missing Prophet, but he's busy. He's indisposed today. Alright, so let's actually start. So do you guys want to start from the top to the bottom, or how do you want to do this? You want to start with the strongest and go down?
Start from top. Yeah, we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start from strongest, and then we go to like.
All right, got you. All right, so let's do it. So SS. So these are like the super duper broken motherfuckers. Who do you have for that?
Let's see.
I think that first one's pretty easy. It's gonna be Zidane.
That one's pretty easy. Zidane.
Okay. So we got Zidane. I think we all universally agree with them. That motherfucker's busted. Zidane. Are we putting Cloud there? I know he's got nerfed a bit, but
Cloud.
I think, yeah, still Cloud.
Well, maybe not like the second. Not like second. I would probably put Terra there, because Terra is like still really consistent shoe.
Okay.
Wait, time out. Do we make our own tier list, or are we just gonna talk about it? Because I already made my own. I thought we were gonna discuss our
I
own.
had my own.
I thought we made our own. We were gonna
We're
discuss
making
our
one
own.
cohesive one.
Oh, we're making one cohesive one.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh, it's gonna take a while then.
Or we could.
Yeah,
Yo, I got you all night, dog. What you mean?
Take Cloud out of SS right now. Put him down to S. Put him down to S.
You know what? I can kind of agree with that because his nerfs have been kind of consistently.
And replace him with Cecil.
With Cecil? Wait, hold on. So
Yes.
Yeah, you're
SS?
right, Cecil.
Yeah, SS is Cecil, dog. Replace Cloud with Cecil. It's fine.
So I have a
Alright,
question. Lock. SS or S?
That's S. That's 100% S.
Alright.
If he has scoop art in the air, he'd be SS.
Okay. Alright, so S tier. Let's start.
No, KO, SS, not S.
You put him in SS? Lock?
Yeah.
No. Locke is S tier.
Oh, X. Oh.
Locke is S tier. Zidane is the only SS tier speed in the game right now.
Okay.
Well,
What about
Locke's
you, Pigeon?
on
What do you think?
there.
For you?
I can agree with S for Locke.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I can kind of see why.
So with Cecil, you said SS
Well,
West.
hold on. let's just go through. Let's go through them. So
Okay.
we got Bart's here. I personally like. I think Bart's and XS both are an S. That's just me though.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're both an S.
I
They're
agree.
both really good. Yeah. They
I
both
put 'em both
have
in
just like so many good things about them.
I agree. So Kazu has Cloud and potentially S. What about you, Pigeon, and Cross?
Okay, here's how I think about it. Or okay, so pre-cross slash nerf SS free, no question. But I'll go with S since he got that nerf.
Same.
Okay.
I think that's reasonable.
I have him in either S or A, but I'm fine with putting him in S. Cloud of Darkness. Where you guys at on that?
That's
say
a
B.
I give her A.
I would say she's a B.
that's a B.
Damn, that's a B. That's crazy.
That's definitely a B.
Hey, you know what? I'll give you guys that. How about Mateus?
Emperor.
That's a B.
Kind of B tier.
Damn. I play all these bad characters. What's happening?
Well, it's not because of that. It's because Emperor, like the way he is,
I
it's kind of like right now where we are.
Yo, Cross, you're gonna have to speak up a little bit or get closer to your mic.
Oh, hold up. Give me a minute. Let me just put that microphone.
All right, say that again. Never seen again.
We lost them, boys.
Never seen again.
Yeah, they got caught by one of the flares. Man.
Oh no.
That's funny shit.
He went to Area 51, never came back.
Meanwhile, nobody crossed Area 51 raid. Cross, can you hear us?
Yeah. Yo, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me now?
All right, yeah, I can hear you. I just want to, yo, can stream. Can you hear Cross? Well, wait, but go ahead. What do you think about Emperor Cross?
B tier. Definitely B tier.
B.
Yeah.
Wes.
It's a B tier. That's definitely a B, dog.
Pigeon.
I'll agree with them. I think he's solid, but the way that game's played now, he's weaker. So yeah, B.
I agree with that. I think we can all be unanimous on the next one. Fury and C tier.
I wouldn't stretch
Yeah,
it
I would say
there.
C, like easy.
I wouldn't stretch it there.
I would put him. Well, I won't say that yet. I put him in. Oh yeah, I'd put him in. I put him in high C.
Okay.
I would put him in, I don't know. I would put Fury in like low B, but not like low B. I would put him in low B, but not like mid C or some shit like that. Like a balance there.
Yeah. Like I would put him at high C, low B. So that's why I have to say put him in just C. Keep him in the front for now.
Okay, got you. Garland.
I think
That character's S.
easy.
That character's
easy A
S.
for sure. He's at least A. Yeah.
Okay. Cross.
I would say pre Buff Garland, probably B tier. Right now, I would say he's like, I'd say like mid A, That's honestly it.
So we have him at A. So this is the thing with Garland. Like I think of Garland and Warrior Light in the same way. This might just be me. One rewards aggression and one rewards defensive play. So I think whichever one you value the more, they're gonna be over each other. But I'm fine with putting him in S.
Well, Warrior Light is kind of like the jack of I wouldn't say jack of all trades. He basically can do everything. It's just that there's some things that other characters do better than him do. So yeah, I kind of see where you're going with there. Like he does have defensive options like shield, holy chain, like stuff like that. So,
Talking about Garland, or are we talking about Royal Light?
Oh no,
sorry.
yeah, I was comparing the two. So I think everybody's at S or A for him. S.
I put him at S.
I put A for Garland.
I actually have him in A too.
Yeah, I have him in A.
You just
I
kinda
don't
put
think
him-
he reaches the level of Cecil and Cloud.
Now let's be honest here. If he was Solar Chaos 2, that's an S tier. Like, the
Yeah,
whole
but
game,
you
if he was
have
Soul-
to earn it though.
Yeah, you have to earn it.
And I think more than anything, it has to do with the actual player. Like, actually being able to get the Solar Chaos and maintain it without self-destructing. Like, it's,
Wait, are we ordering this, or are we just saying they're in the same tier?
we're just saying they're in the same tier. They're not. Ordering.
Okay, because if we were ordering this, Cecil would definitely be ahead of Cloud, 100%.
I could see.
I would argue that to the end of the earth right now.
All right.
And
So I'm gonna rock with Garland in A.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna rock with him in A.
I disagree, but that's fine.
How about Mr. Globez? Talk to me about it, boys.
Character's A tier.
A tier.
Yeah.
This gonna sound so biased right
So it's like you have he's really strong until he isn't, but when when he's a character, he's really good. And I mean, I think A's fine.
A. Okay.
I mean, but you just have to. You're playing with high risk with him, but if you can keep him with dragons, he's really good.
What's up, Cross?
See, this is gonna be weird because, like Pigeon said, with Dragon, he's ridiculously good. Without it, he's not. But I think because of the recent changes we've been getting, I can definitely say Golbez is like an A tier. But I would probably say he's like I don't know how this is gonna make any sense, but I would say like the high-low of A tier, basically, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
To
I would
me at
agree
least.
with
I don't
that.
know if that makes for them, but
I will throw in one specific caveat for Golbez. If Golbez is using Shiva, he is S. He is easily S. Because the way it refreshes now on hit, it's fucking absurd. You can actually get Dragon back over and over and over again. It's really good. But without it, I think he's A. I think A is fine. All right, now this one, this has been all over the place when it comes to Jack. Like EU has him high as fuck. JP has him like mid low. So what do you guys think about Jack?
Easy A.
I think that character's too honest to even be rated, to be honest.
Let me see mine. So where I have Jeff, it's for me, I put him in A tier, so I'm just gonna go with that. He's A tier.
I'm definitely gonna be the odd man out then. I'm gonna definitely say B tier.
Yeah, I have to
in
agree.
comparison to like, I would actually take a Squall sometimes over Jack, depending on what team I'm fighting. Like Jack can actually just get shut the fuck down, or one or two things gonna happen. He's either gonna play really well and like do his job like insanely good, and I think Jack has more to do with the actual player than the actual character. The character has everything he needs, but the way that Jack players seem to play, unfortunately, is very like like right there with Sephiroth, like pretty self-destructive. And they just like tunnel vision and shit like that. I think he's probably the best character, the best speed against shoots, in my opinion, because like he has all the options. You know what I mean? Like he you know, I don't know. I think against shoots, he's like almost unparalleled in my opinion. Almost just 1v1. Yeah, 1v1. Yeah, like it's almost a nightmare. But like he doesn't have any of the bullshit of like, you know, Zidane. I think he's like definitely the one of the weaker people in his own class, in my opinion.
I don't know. I have to disagree with that. I think Jack is more. It's more of a player than a character thing. I know that, but I think another thing that Jack has over other speeds is that when he puts you in a situation where you're forced to block his strings, right? And he fakes out, or he either like he steps in front of you, like. You have to think, because there's no other character, because like think about this. If Jack gets you in the block situation and you're a Vanguard, right? What do you press after that? Because his button is faster than yours. And then he could just hit you out of wherever you just press. Because like, let's say you're playing a character like, let's say like character like Cloud Darkness, right? So if Jack puts you in a situation when you're forced to block, he can block, and then you would think, oh, I could just mash him because I'm Vanguard. But the fact that Jack's neutral is so quick, it's to the point where you'll probably get hit before your neutral comes out, and that's where the scary situation goes in. Not the fact that he also has fake out to like be a little bit more safer, but he's still an unsafe character because how slow he is. And also the same thing with Jack is that his kit's also limited. Like he has a limited kit. Like the only buttons you're going to be using with Jack is neutral and then fake out. Sometimes downgrade, sometimes upgrade. But other than that, that's really it for Jack. I can say.
I think
like, he's more of an anti-neutral character, if anything.
I would say like I'd put him in a little higher than B or like A, because like I think the threat of jet blocks pretty effective for like mind games.
Mm-hmm.
And no other speed has that tool, like,
yeah.
And like every melee's afraid of that, I would say, when they fight him. And then he can deny shoot like attacks when he's chasing them and all that.
I know. I agree.
I think having Jack block really, I view him higher because of that. But
so it sounds like you and Cross have him in A. Where do you have him, Wes?
I have him in B, dude.
I have him in B too. And
that character is well, one, that character, we're talking about Dissidia, guys. So think of that in a 3v3 scenario.
Yeah,
you really think Jack is going to be able to... Yeah, you really think that Jack is going to run in, waltz in, and be able to put you in that 1v1 scenario that you want him in? Or that he wants to be in? Probably not, right? And in the example that Cross gave with Cloud of Darkness, if Cloud of Darkness has charge, it doesn't matter what Jack does. You better start blocking. You better start blocking. I mean, you're not doing anything. that character is poising through everything. You better Jack block. You better hold the L1 button. I don't know what you're doing, but you're not beating the Cloud of Darkness out. And a lot of characters also have poise, like very, very quickly. I will say that character is a supreme duelist, but we're talking 3v3 Dissidia. We're not talking 1v1. Otherwise, this would be a completely different thing. Pigeon was talking about how the counter would make melees fear you. Well, we could say the same thing about Vaughn, but at the same time, we consider Vaughn pretty bad. I don't think that holds up very well at all.
All right, so let me I'll let you guys finish. So my closing thoughts on Jack is pretty much, I think that he gets shut out too easily in a team format. And I've yet to see a single Jack in NA. I'll just keep it at NA. In NA, consistently perform well in any tournament setting. And I'm talking about consistency. I'm not talking about some one-off situation where you won a tournament or you made top 3 or something like that. I have not seen a single Jack do that.
All right, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Have you guys seen that?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
and
So
No, not really.
all right, I can hear y'all out though. Like, B's fine for the team play aspect and just results in general. There really hasn't been successful Jacks because a lot of times you'll see them just switch to different characters. So that, yeah, I agree.
So somebody did point out that Ace isn't on this list, so we'll use one of the other characters. We'll use Seymour, or we'll use what is the bunny chick's name? Oh my
Fran.
god, Fran. We'll use Fran. That's
Uh,
fine. All right, so go ahead, Pigeon. You were saying?
Oh no, never mind. Let's continue.
Okay. All right, so we got Kane. Talk to me about it, boys.
I think he's really good.
My opinions have changed so much with Kane. First, I thought, oh, this character is ridiculous. Then, after a few months later, I would say like 5 months in, I'm like, he's still good, but I don't know if he's still like that dominant. And then like it keeps changing over and over time. But I think now, I'd say he's high A. Honestly,
You're talking about Kine?
Kane.
He said
Kine.
kind.
Is it kind?
My bad. Okay, my bad. I call him Kine now because JP calls him Kine.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that wasn't true. Okay, that's crazy.
So, I would probably put him. To be honest, I'd put him behind Locke. To be honest, like
Yeah,
right behind.
I still think Kane's really good. I don't think I think Locke and Zidane are clearly better, but Kane is just.
He's that
I
next
can't
character.
think of things that are bad with him. Really, he's overall just good in everything. Really.
So this is my thoughts on Kane. I think that Kane's biggest nerf was when people stopped using Enfeeble. Because his Enfeeble game into just jump 3 was just, that's that play right there. He could do that all by himself, required
Oh, the
nothing,
metagame.
nobody else. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think that did kind of reduce his usage, but I still think the big 4 when it comes to speeds are Locke, Zidane, Lightning, and Kane. I think that those 4
What's
offer
wrong with
very
Kane?
different things, and I don't think that the other speeds come. Oh, maybe Kuja, but I think that those are still the big 4. I have him in S. If you guys had to put him somewhere, where would you put him?
I agree with S. That's where I had him in my thing.
Okay,
I
Who?
put an A for me.
Kine? Yeah, I'd put Kine in S.
put him in S. You said you have
Yeah,
an
I put-
A, Cross?
I have an A. It's just like I can't really rate that character. Really. I really can't rate that character. Like that's the only speed in this game I can't rate.
You ever get hit by a Fang Claw? You can rate it then, buddy. you can rate it then.
Every Fang Claw that they toss at me, I dodge perfectly.
Alright, yeah,
I
alright.
didn't know. Fuck Phantom Claw, fucking Avenger. Dog, run up Avenger. I get so fucking salty if I'm not playing melee and I can't mash out of it. I'm just like, you're fucking scrub. Yeah, I put him in S, man. He can play neutral. He has ridiculous buttons. Has a fucking DP maneuver. Has he has too much shit in my opinion to not be an S. We got Cam Lanat. Talk to me about this, boys.
That character's
I like him, but I don't think he's too good.
I
let me
think
I put him in B.
Yeah, I have
put him in
I have
B,
him in
dude.
B on my list.
B.
He's in B.
What about you, Cross?
put him in B.
Oh damn, everybody! I actually would have put him in A. I think that Cam's biggest problem is like there's no dedicated Cam players. Like there's nobody that's like, all right, I'm gonna go play in a tournament. Cam is my first pick, and it's like dedicated to Cam or not. The only person we had that was doing that was Lockria. And there are other good Cams. Do not get me wrong. Like Brave Fantasy has a good one. Pigeon has a good one when he plays them. Like there are decent Cam players. It's just no one is dedicated to him. He's like the 3rd or 4th pick for people, and I think that people.
Yeah, there's really no reason to pick Cam in most cases when the rest of the cast exists.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree with that. I don't think he offers enough.
Like if you're wanting to win, like pick Kane instead.
Man, you want to be a character specialist, man? There you go, bud. Like,
yeah.
But
And so, all right, guys, there's not gonna be too much chat interaction because I have this other window up, but I am paying attention. I'm keeping an eye on you guys. All right, so Kefka Palazzo, talk to me about it, guys.
where'd I put that guy?
I put him in B.
This would have been easier if we did it based off of like class first, because I want to put certain characters behind other characters, but I can't do that because we're doing like all of them at once.
I mean, we can do that after. I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
We can do it after.
Oh god. So
I think Kefka's B.
So
Yeah.
this is my rundown on Kefka. I would say this. After the many changes and nerfs they keep giving him, like one fake core out, one fire guy out. That character, also the Heartless Angel nerf, that's also pretty big. I would say that character is like high B. If all those nerfs didn't happen, I would have put that character in S tier. I'm not joking.
Yeah, those were huge fucking nerfs. Those nerfs were huge.
That character's only been nerfed, really.
Yeah. I'm actually fine with putting him in B, depending on the player, maybe A, because Heartless Angel set play.
Yeah,
but that's a huge if. That's a huge if.
What I will say though about Kefka is that the thing about like the reason why the nerfs are so detrimental to him, because like if you look back at like old footage of Kefka, that character was really, in fact, I wouldn't say it was impossible to get him. Yeah, there was times where it was impossible to get on him, but like I would say this. If Kefka put 2 fake cores next to him and he's like playing around those, I mean, yeah, you can force to the first one. Then the second one, you just feed a break to him or you feed break to him. It didn't matter what you
Good
did.
times.
You literally just fed break to him.
Yeah.
And Double Fire Belt was really annoying. It comboed himself. It set up the other stuff. It's like the fact that you had 2 of those out made Kefka really ridiculous. And Heartless Angel was just so good. But after all those nerfs, he's definitely a B tier character.
A B tier?
He got hit hard.
I would agree with B. I think his nerfs really set him back. Like without, I mean the core was whatever, right? Double core was slightly obnoxious, but the double Faraga nerf, that kind of, I mean, I don't know what the reason. I mean, it was very powerful, right? And having both of those out, the game was kind of playing itself. It was like a pseudo Emperor almost. But yeah, everybody go with B.
I put him behind Golbez at A.
At A?
Yeah, I put him right behind Golbez.
Like, I definitely do still think he's a strong character, but not like as strong as he was.
That character can't autopilot like it used to with fire and cores. You know, I don't need somebody to peel for me.
Like Kefka can't just sit there and be like, go do my bidding while I just sit here and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're playing on a team with a Kefka and your team does this well, you know, you have the coordination for it. Heartless Angel is still, you know, pretty much a kill. Like, it's just guaranteed. And I think that's pretty much what makes him A tier, because I don't think any other shoot can pretty much guarantee that. I mean, you could say Emperor with Starfall, but, you know, that thing takes 20 hours to come out. So
Kefka's above Emperor for sure, at least for me.
So, I mean, are we fine with putting... He's actually, like, a B+. Like, I don't think he's exactly A, but I don't think he's exactly B. I think he's definitely better than the other characters in B, like, for easily.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine putting him in an A. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Kuja.
Basically, yeah.
Let's go. Let's talk about Kuja.
I have him in A.
A, okay. Wes?
I have him in between Locke and Kine.
Okay. Cross?
That character's S tier. I can't.
Good job, Cross.
No, think about this. What seed do you know has the ability to literally position himself in a way that he can literally put you on a wall? Or like, that character's just insane.
True.
He has so much good stuff about him. Like, I just can't even think about what's remotely bad about that character. Like, if there was a speed I would 100% have no problem putting on my team, it would be Kuja.
The most dangerous thing with Kuja is just not getting hit when you buff, I guess. But I mean, you can just be smart about it, I suppose. It's true though. Like, he can glide on his neutral string and like you say, can like adjust his angle and wall splat you from when you don't think he could. He can wall splat you.
He has good range.
Pretty far too.
Yep. Has a fast HP.
Symphonic Force is really good too.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I was gonna say the only thing with Kuja, I think, is that he doesn't have like his gimmick is kind of a thinking man's gimmick. You know, getting the trance. That's kind of his thing. He doesn't have like one of those force a situation to kind of buttons. That, you know, maybe like a scoop art or something like that with Zidane, or fucking lock dash attack, or cane anything, or, you know, jump, or army of one. He doesn't have shit like that. That's the only reason I don't have him with the big four. He's like more of a long game, kind of a thinking man speed. When I think of Kuja, like, you can never say like you got frauded out by Kuja. Like, you just actually lost. Like, he has good tools, but like he has to use them properly also.
Yeah, I would
Also-
still say like he's not. I still think like Zidane, Locke, and Kane are definitely better than him still, but Kuja for me is like a strong A. But I don't think he's up there with those three.
I think Kuja too. The thing with Kuja is that the thing that about him that he lacks poise, but in my head I'm like that doesn't really matter. That really doesn't matter to me because the fact that Kuja literally can like snatch you if you just throw anything at him and he's nowhere in the same elevation as you. Like Kuja doesn't even have to be at the same elevation to literally just grab you, snatch you out of wherever you're trying to camp in, and just wall slam you or get you out of there.
Okay.
Like if you're playing like if you're trying to camp in like let's say you're trying to camp in Great War as Yuna, Kuja can literally just go above you, snatch you, and move you out of the Great War you were just camping in.
And that's mainly because his Braves are coded as projectiles and not actual part of his hitbox.
That too.
So it's like.
So I have him in A because I don't think he's there. If I'm looking at the S tier characters that are there, he's not there until he gets into trance, in my opinion.
Low S.
That character is better than Kane. That character is actually better than Kane.
I don't know about that. If anything, I put him together.
I want to hear your reasoning on why he's not better than Kane.
I just said why he's not better than Kane. I think Kane has a significantly better neutral than he does. He has an actual projectile. He doesn't have to actually go in and hit you.
But the thing is Kuja literally can just like waltz around you. The only downside Kuja has is the fact that he doesn't move forward with his moves, but he has a glide instead. So you think of other characters like Locke, you think of Zidane, they move forward when they attack, right? In any other instance, you can just run away from a Kuja because that character can't yoink you if you're not in range for him. He can try to glide, but he's just gonna look dumb, right?
Yeah.
In the sense that Kuja is actually like he can just if he's playing correctly, he can pretty much do anything he wants. Like he can yoink you in situations where he shouldn't be able to. Kane actually has to like walk up to you and do that. Like Kane actually has to be in your face to hit you.
But what about that?
Kuja does not. And if we're thinking of speeds, if we're thinking of how speeds operate in this game, you physically have to be able to like walk around the Vanguard. If Kane, I don't know how Kane's walking around the Vanguard. I'm sorry. I don't know how Kane's walking around the Vanguard. Don't get me wrong, Kane's really good, but Kuja can literally just float around the Vanguard, and Vanguard can't do anything. What is Kane doing? I'd like to know. What is Kane doing?
Dog. I don't know.
Nothing. That Kane's not doing anything. He's really not doing anything.
That Kuja basically is a lot. He's able to be a lot safer with what he's doing.
With his pressure, yeah. No, I would agree with that. But Kane also can. Like, dash attack is like, you gotta block that. You know what I mean? Or step it. Like, that's also a
that like his projectile.
Yeah.
Okay, but he throws out his dash attack, and then but does that mean you're 2 feet away from him now? No, you throw out your dash attack, and you're still recovering from it as well. It's not like Kuja will literally pick you up, and hey, if I was playing any other character, I would be stuck in my animation, but Kuja just glides. He yoinks you and then he glides back, or he'll yoink you and glide forward, so a move won't hit him from behind. Kane is hitting you, and he'll be hitting you, and it's like, okay, I know exactly what Kane's gonna do because it's not like his strings change direction. It's not like this character is extremely safe. It's just that this Kane has really good buttons. That's as far as Kane goes for me. Okay. That's why I put Kuja in front of Kane, but behind Locke, because Locke's just super fucking fast.
So
and he moves forward.
You and Cross have him in S. Me and Pigeon have him in A.
So
is that correct?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Pigeon, you have him in A, right? Or you have him in S?
Yeah. I mean, we can put him S. It's fine too. Because like those reasons are really good. I don't see any...
No, I agree with what Kazu is saying. Don't get me wrong. I agree with what he's saying. Our values, I think, are just slightly different. Like I would prefer projectile, even though Kuja's way of getting in is excellent. You know what I mean? Like he has very low. He doesn't really have to commit hardcore, and he can glide out of shit. So it's really good. No other speed can do the shit that he does. It just depends on what you value more. I'm fine with putting him in an S. 100%.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that was good. All right, what about Laguna, boys?
Yo, see you in 3 years.
See you guys in about a year and a half.
Probably in a different game.
tier. No, Teo, listen to me. You should make a tier where it says "put in the game soon."
I can actually do that. Yeah.
All right.
Nah, you know what I'm gonna call it? Rip.
Rip tier. Never coming back, baby.
I think green.
The dream tier.
Wait, what happened? Oh, Fury Autumn. Oh, I renamed the wrong one. Actually, this is. Wait, whoa. Oh, I renamed the C tier. Rip.
Oh, you're throwing.
No, yeah, that was a throw. Let's do it right here. There we go. Yeah, that shit moved it. Oh, I can't do that. We're not gonna have enough space. I'll just put I'll put 3 P's. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, see then. Lightning. Let's start with Cross because this is your main. Let's hear it, Cross.
Of course you started with me. Jesus Christ.
Haha. Have fun.
Damn, son.
Yeah,
not a word? Jesus Christ, Cross.
Dang, is it ripped here or what? What?
Cross is
I want to hear this biased ass. This tier placement.
I love her so much. I played her since day one.
Hey, take that and go put it in the sink.
But
I mean, go put it in the trash. Go. Thank you.
You know, I'm gonna stop being biased. I'm gonna stop being biased.
All right. Wait. Do we have an answer? I hear rambling.
I said S. I
S.
said I'm being biased as hell. Yeah.
Okay. Pigeon.
I put her an A on my list.
Yeah, I put her in A. Yeah, I put her in
That's
A.
crazy because I would actually have her an S. But I think her not so easy to use for most people. That hinders her. That hinders her a bit.
She's harder to use.
Yeah.
Can I hear the reasonings for S? Can I hear those?
No, I said A.
Yeah.
Didn't you say S? I thought you and Cross just said S, and then me and Pigeon said A.
I would have her an S. But
Oh,
it's
you
hard
would
to
have
use,
her an
yeah,
S,
it's
but she's hard to use.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead,
You're
Cross. Let's go, baby. Let's champion your bay. Let's go.
I said after we
All right,
back
go,
I'm
please.
some stuff. So I'll be right back.
Close the door.
Oh man, I want to do it. Yeah.
I mean, just like difficulty. Was it like
Dab City.
she's just more technical? And let's see. I mean, when I'm looking at Loxodon, Kane, Kuja.
I'm
think
super
like-
biased because I would replace Kuja with Lightning. That's just me, though.
Oh my
I would
god.
100% do that with no problem. But I want to hear Cross's opinion on Bay. Let's go.
He said he was gonna be biased, so
I mean,
he put it at S.
I expect. I mean, but he can also go over like, let's hear why you have her there. Like, what?
That's
what
true.
do you
He
think
said he'll be right back
separates?
though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
move
gonna
on to
be-
the next one. He can do that when he gets back. Oh, okay. All right, I got you. What we got next? Noctis. All right. For me, that's a B. That's just me though. That's a B tier. Wes?
Put him in A.
Pigeon?
I said B
B? Okay.
on mine.
All right, so talk to me about the A.
So we all look at Noctis as like the struggle bus character, but I think he's really consistent. I actually think he's extremely consistent. He has good moves on the ground. He has an anti-air. That's one of the big things that I cared about was the anti-air. So he can duel people that are coming at him. It's actually really quick. Warp Strike isn't bad at all.
Ooh,
actually, you can
I will say I love his HP. His HP loadout is
Yeah,
great.
his HPs are good.
Yeah.
dash attack, travels halfway across the map. So if you don't feel confident like you do with every other character, you just do dash attack, and it's probably gonna hit because it tracks like a beast anyway. His 8Bs, those got buffed a while ago, and if I'm gonna be honest, I'm in love with those because
what happened to them? What happened?
they got better wall rush properties.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, they got better wall rush properties. Something else happened, but the main thing was the wall rush properties. People be like, "Yo, Noctis can't wall rush for shit," and I'm just like, "Hey, dude, just make sure you're close to the wall, like every other character."
I think the one thing though is I don't know. I guess I'll see what y'all think, but I think his holding game is weaker than
that's
like
true.
other speeds.
I 100.
His forward brave, that shit's OD. Like the kind of stun it puts you in, like it's hard to get out of it, but no one holds it. To they always complete
his
the
holds.
strings. Yeah,
His holds are very average, I would say.
Yeah.
That's kind of, and I think when being a team game where you're holding, characters with good holds are valued pretty highly for me, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And he's weak in that aspect, but he has, like you say, good dash attack, good HP selection.
Don't forget the warp, dude. The warp is fucking disgusting if used correctly.
You need that degree in trigonometry to use it effectively.
You really don't.
Warp is like its own skill to master, but yeah, it can be good. It can be.
I will advocate that warp by itself. If you are a Noctis player and you can use warp efficiently, I will advocate high A, even high A, if you can play with the warp correctly. But if you can't play with warp correctly, I put him at mid low A. That's how I put him.
Okay.
Yep.
I would put him in B. And I think
high B, low A.
The only thing with Noctis is 100% the players. In my opinion,
yeah, I think
he has everything he needs. He's a bit more trying and a little bit more of a struggle, but he has everything he needs. I think the vast majority of it is the players.
It's like a jacked case where the tools are up to the player. Yeah.
Okay, so Cross is back.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, so I think you had her. No, I had her in A. Wes had her in A. Pigeon had her in A.
A, yeah.
So talk to us about the S tier for Lightning.
All right, so basically the reason why I have her at S is because I know a lot of people think that she, like the way I see Lightning is more of so like she's all about the versatility in her kit, which is from Commando and Ravager, which you have to use the benefit of those two modes, which I don't see a lot of people use. Most people like to go like a lot of Ravager, a lot of Commando, but the reality is supposed to use both. If you're actually consistent with fundamentals of using both, then Lightning could be really dangerous on the battlefield. Because like the thing about her is that the reason why she has so much versatility is that it's also her HP attack and it's also into her moveset. Like her projectiles literally, I won't say they literally negate speeds, but they just like, it's so annoying when speeds come in contact with Lightning, because if they come in contact with her projectiles, they're not poising through it. They're gonna get hit by it, because the way Lightning's projectiles works is that Vanguards and Shoots can poise through it, but speeds can't. So if Lightning comes into contact with a speed, like let's say like Lock Zidane or Kane, they're gonna get hit by that. And another thing I would say is that another weird thing about Lightning is that she can play pseudo Vanguard, which I don't even get that kind of part of that character. But she can play pseudo Vanguard with those set projectiles. I'm not gonna say it's required if you need to do it, but she can definitely play Vanguard. And when it comes to getting on the shoot, now many people could say, oh, her only tool is beatdown. Yes, that is true. But you have harassment, like you have Lizera, you have fire. You have fire as a harassment. If the shoot literally is putting something, like if you're not even in the shoot vicinity, right, and they're pressing a button, right, you can hover over them, you can press Blizzard, or they're like pressing a laggy button, you could just like throw fire at them and you can hit them. I'm not saying it's gonna like 100% hit them, but it could do so. And I think her HP attacks are some of the best of any assassin in the game. You have Crushing Blow, which has good lunge, good Y angle. It's just a really good HP overall. I would say it's like her second best HP. Razor Girl, it seems it's a really niche HP, but it's good on like stages like a small quartered stage. Like I would say like Rest or Alexandria, but mostly Rest, because like on Rest it's more of an annoyance tool, and also since it's HP priority, if any shoot dares to throw anything at it, it will just get eaten up. And it's also a pretty good tool against Vanguards who are really slow. Lightning Strike, arguably her best HP, anti-air, and if someone comes into contact with Lightning, they have to really think about, oh, is she gonna press a Brave, or is she gonna press Lightning Strike? Because Lightning Strike is, correct me if I'm wrong, the third fastest HP attack in the game, and if you dare so try and challenge Lightning, and she knows you're gonna do something about it, she can Lightning Strike you. And a cool thing about that too is that if a character like let's say if a shoot is throwing a button, right, and you're hovering under them, and it's a really like laggy button. You can like lightning strike them from the beneath because of the way the hitbox properties are. So like it's like the bolt and like the puddles that spawn above it, and that's why I think it's her best HP in the attack in the game. I wouldn't say you would use it like the entire. I wouldn't say like, oh, just spam it because it starts getting pretty predictable. But it's definitely her best HP attack. And then her fourth HP attack, Thunderfall, I would say that is probably one of the most busted searches in the game. The fact that she can glide with it, combo it into itself, she can, it has a really weird hitbox on it that I don't even know sometimes if it will hit or not. And I would say it's mostly prominent for like double like speed or heavy comps. I feel like Lightning is more like she can fit in composition, but the one thing I will say about her is that it's more of a player thing, and it's also kind of like more of a team thing, because like if your team kind of like, I know like Lightning's whole thing is like she can rely on herself, but like really in this game it's more of like a team aspect. So it also comes down to you and your team, because if your team does not know how Lightning is supposed to be played or like how they're supposed to move up with her, she can really struggle. Like she can do 2v1 fine. She could do 2v1 fine, but like she can't do them all the time because Vanguard can poison her magic. Her magic isn't shoot priority, so she's not going to definitely do any of that. And if you go into Commando, you have to be really smart about what you're going to press against Vanguard. So I would definitely say more reasons why Lightning's S tier is just more so like she has so much versatility in her kit. She has quick buttons. I won't say they're the quickest thing. She's not like Locker or Zidane where they have like frame, I think, what's about 15 neutrals? I could be wrong. Fast neutrals.
All right, sir. All right.
Spoken like a true Lightning main.
I appreciate your insight and your thoroughness, but
right,
sir.
Okay, I won't give you a full book, but just the gist of it, I think Lightning's a really good speed. That's just me. Sorry.
I mean, I like your reasons, dude.
That was
a
really great breakdown. Don't get me wrong. That breakdown was kick ass, but
yeah. But there's quite a few things that I have problems with in that situation.
I'm gonna say something.
What's up, Pigeon?
Okay. I can agree that Lightning, I would view her as a really good all-rounder, but I don't think she does something specifically like she doesn't like have a specific thing to her that she does really well. Like Kuja, Log Zidane, Kane, they kind of have something that they're really good at. Where Lightning, she's solid at everything, but she isn't like she's the best at this.
Yeah, it's jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, jack of all trades. And I also agree that Lightning Strike's pretty dumb because that hitbox is insane. But like I said, I don't think she really excels at a specific thing like the best speeds do.
So with her, I think like for me it's interchangeable. Either Kuja's an S or she's an S, and the other one's an A. That's just the way I have it. So I'm fine putting her in A. So let's put
Yo, Ravager sucks. And when I say when I say that, I don't mean her whole kit, but if we're being realistic, you only use fire for holds, or you're waiting to catch somebody off guard because it combos like it really helps her combo. I would say Blizzard and Thundaga, whatever the hell it is. Those are her two best Ravager moves, and even then they're pretty mediocre. Like you're right about that because I swear across you're always hitting people with Blizzard. And then you combo them into the wall. I don't know how they're getting hit by it, to be honest. to be completely honest with you, Doug, I don't know how they get hit by it. They must not even care that you're next to them or something. It's just another trap on the map, to be honest, which is good. It's a you're playing speed and you can set a trap on the map. That's 100% fine. But that move is literally made to control space, and if you hit it, God, I don't know how you hit it. But if you hit it, you get rewarded for it. So I mean, that's good. Thunder is a great anti-air, and that's the only thing I can see for it. Fire, I think, is very underwhelming. Air is very underwhelming, unless you're comboing with it, but let's be realistic.
Water's kind of bad, too.
Water is underwhelming. It's just, I think Ravager is trash outside of those two moves.
You know when water used to be good? When it used to explode no matter what. Like, they removed that. It used to explode no matter what on hit or not. Like, it had a timer, and then it would explode anyway. So we were getting hit by that, so they nerfed it. And that's when water was fucking stupid. Water was dumb.
Don't drink water.
That shit was OD. So I'm fine with having her A, having her S. That's all. You know what I mean? I think that's interchangeable depending on whoever we talk to. So
Yeah.
Noctis, Cross, Noctis. Where do you have Noctis at?
Probably the most underrated speed type in this game. Probably A tier.
A?
Definite A tier. Yep.
I think that's the A's have it then. I think
Yeah,
who else
we'll
had her in
give-
A? I know Wes had her in A. I had her in B.
I had him in B.
Oh yeah, my
but-
bad. Oh yeah, I just want to say my bad for going on a whole document. I didn't mean to do
It's
Oh,
all
that's
good,
fine.
dude. Just make another guide, and then
If
you
you
don't
did-
have to do that ever again.
If you
Hey,
did
man,
that
I
for a
wanna
character that
highlight
wasn't your
yourself.
main, then I'd be like, you're sus. But since it's your main, we gonna let that
Who you
rock
cheating on?
Cross. Yeah.
Who you cheating on?
So we had two. So where did you have Noctis, Pigeon?
Okay, here's what I was gonna say. After hearing what Wes said that's good about Noctis, I can be fine with A. Because like I said, his holding game's like the weaker part of him, but since he's good at everything else, so A's fine with me.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I'd say he's above average at everything else. I don't know about good.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know about
think
good.
He has the same problem as Jack. It's the players. It's the players. It's
Yeah,
like there's
so-
two Noctises. There's Prophet and there's Cross, and that's pretty much it. Like, those are the only ones I've seen actually
You're
play at a
forgetting
very
Disney.
high level and have really good results with them.
Wow, you're forgetting me in that one time.
Oh
all
my
right.
god. Oh, shout out to Emetsu. I think he has a pretty good Noctis also. We play alongside with him and he knows his shit.
Yo, what's it called? KO.
Yo.
You forgot about Ding the main.
That boy don't play Noctis no more.
I'm just
Yes, I
fine.
do. Yes,
Dan's
he
Noctis
does.
is fine.
Yes, I do.
It's completely fine. I'm just trolling.
Yeah, I know.
I don't really get to see much of it anyway. I feel like he's like kind of moved on to other.
In spring,
speeds,
but
yeah.
not in tournament. In tournament, he plays Squall.
Yeah.
That's a really masochistic idea, but go on.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it pushing. Onion Knight. Let's start with Wes. What do you think about Onion Knight, Mr. Point and Click?
Oh, point and click, the most boring character in the fucking game. Oh, Wes, you're being biased. You can't do that. No, that character's fucking like what does my tier list say? Hold on. What does my tier list say? I was about to say B tier. I was about to say B tier purely because of how degenerate that character is. Yeah, that's B tier. It's definitely a B tier character.
Yeah, he's like he varies so much because it's like 3 characters in one almost, but with all of his good, you have like your set of bad to deal with, and I think having such a you have to like always adapt to where you're like what job you're in and stuff.
So that could be a good thing though. That could be a good thing.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so like I have a lot of experience playing with it, you know. Like,
Pigeon's like, hold on, all right, man.
and, like, but I mean, I want to say a character's like up there like that, but he can.
It exists.
It's like a wild card, really. He can do some really busted stuff, but then he also just if you shut him down from jobs, like what's that character do?
Just
He
like the
doing?
black man in America. It's all downhill from
Unemployment
there.
rates at
It's all
all-time
downhill
highs.
from there. Shut him down from getting a job.
To add on to that, I would say that I don't think he's really disgusting in anything either. I mean, in fact, I would argue that Ninja's better than Sage, and the reason I say that is because Ninja has like that disgusting hold potential.
Yeah, Ninja's
And then
pretty.
there's-
Yo,
Yeah,
that shit is stupid.
Holding is insane. But also, Sword and Sorcery is pretty crazy good too.
Yeah. I agree
if
with
you actually think that Sage, so the thing is, I call it the point and click character. I've been calling this since the beginning. In fact, if you knew me before, I used to say that Sage Onion Knight was top 3 shoot because it was just that disgusting. One fireball was basically the equivalent of Golbez, right? But I played the game and I actually learned how to play it, and I realized that the character is not as busted as you think it is, and it's also like if there's 2 shoots on the enemy team, yeah, yeah, good luck. Good luck. You're not that's when Sage Knight becomes oppressive, right? If there's 2 shoots. However, if that character's by itself, Sage by itself as a character, that character is not as disgusting as a lot of people think it is. It's actually
I agree.
I think a lot of it is just people just like not blocking. Like,
not blocking.
They're
They
flat out just not blocking his shit because like there's no reason. He has very powerful, simple projectiles. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if he's far
and,
away, he's
like,
gonna do thunder. If
He can't. He cannot
yeah.
hold at all on stage. There's no hold.
He's
no
nothing
hold.
more than a brave battery. And
Yeah.
that character
that
is
is
that character's
that is all he can do.
disgusting. 2 shoots. That's all I gotta say. 2 shoots, man. You're
What
not
do you-
touching that
Wait,
character.
that's the best way.
So Cross, I know you play a little bit of Onion Knight. What do you think? Good shit.
I can't even say it.
Good talk. Good talk.
I'm over here heating up food. Anyway, about Onion Knight. I'll be real with you. I'm gonna be honest with Wes. That character is pretty point and click. Like that character is pretty point and click.
Point and click.
I do think though that he's kind of like he doesn't excel in anything. Like he really doesn't excel in anything. One thing about Onion Knight though, I will say that I don't think Wes added is that Onion Knight. The thing about Onion Knight too is that when you're in base form, you do have to rely on your teammates to help you get your job because if you're fighting like let's say a smart team, right, who knows what Onion Knight is looking for, they will literally try their hardest not to give it to you. They'll just keep throwing stuff at you. They'll keep downing you and all that. So you have to really rely. You probably have to rely on your teammates to help you get that job.
Yeah.
That's why people like Raijin who are so successful with that character is because he also depends not only on himself, but he also depends on his teammates to help him get his job.
So I'll take it a step
And also,
further.
Raijin
To compound on what you're saying, Cross. If you can keep him out of a job, and if he does get a job, if you focus your efforts to killing him at least once or twice in the set, and he has to keep resetting from ground zero, like that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like that makes him a liability. Go ahead and finish, Cross.
Anyways, another thing is that I don't know what this is. Like I know Raiji labbed it, and it's actually kind of disgusting when you fight it. Onion Knight has this weird little frame trap that I never heard of until he showed me it. And then I remember everyone was like, "Oh, Ninja's not so good." I fight Raijin, and then there's this like weird Onion Knight loop he can do. And then whenever I see that, I'm like, Ninja's not bad at all. I think honestly, in my opinion, Ninja just has like disgusting damage, disgusting hold. He has that little loop he can put you in that just looks off. It looks really awkward because the way I think Onion Knight's downbraid, it pops you up, right? If you're on the ground or something like that.
Talking about the one where he pokes you and then he makes you fly up and then you get held and now you're in a 90-way 50-50.
You actually can't unless you have like a fast, like very.
You have to block.
Fast.
You have to hold it.
It's OD. It's really OD. So where do we got him at, guys?
That's still a B tier character. Yeah, it's still a B tier character, dude.
Cross, what do you got him at?
Yeah, I'm gonna say B tier.
Pigeon?
Yeah, I agree. B tiers.
Yeah,
That's what he's
I
at.
agree. I think the only thing that's like, dealing with double shoot once he gets started is a fucking hassle, and Ninja is also stupid once he gets started, but he has very clear counters, so I agree with that. Prompto, no, is that who's the one again? I don't know who that is.
Dead game.
It's dead game. Let me put him in the rip tier. Let me put Trish in the rip.
So
yeah, literally rip the game. Like, literally rip.
Ramza. I'll actually start with Ramza. Okay. I think before he started, like, the developers have no idea what they're doing with him. They don't have a clear, concise plan at all what they want to do with this character. Because the radical amount of changes that he's got is insane. I think before he got, like, the Holy Nerf and the Holy Cross Nerf, he was, like, A pushing S. After that shit, he's, like, A, B. With the huge major reworks that he's got, I think he's still A tops. I think, you know what I mean, like, he can be good, but I think that, that removal of the focus poise, that's fucking huge. He can no longer front line. He's got to always be in the back, or if you're playing against an aware shoot, all it takes is one projectile to knock this man back. Then you still got to charge, then you got to dash in. You know what I mean? So when you think of it like that, it's probably best for him to be playing like Holy or Earthrender. So even though he got adjusted to kind of play front line, he still kind of can. Like, unless you have like really hyper awareness, you're not gonna get hit out of focus at all. If you time your shell correctly. But I don't know. I think he's like A tops, if that. And I love him, man. All right, go ahead.
I put him at B at my list.
Yeah.
but he did get that. I guess you call it a buff adjustment to where he can actually hold now in shout mode.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty good, but I personally do not like having a character on my team where he's useless until he charges shout.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
I could agree with that. Wes?
So I had the opportunity to play with Cherry actually when I was streaming, and then off stream, and he was playing Ramza, and I'm pretty sure everybody is aware of this, or if you're not, that character can zero to death, you know. It's actually kind of stupid. You just need mighty strikes. All you need is mighty strikes and your charge up, and you literally just do your 5B combo with the full hold, wall rush, innervate, and you kill somebody from 1k.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. That being said, I still put him in high A. I wouldn't put him in S. Yeah, I wouldn't put him in S. I think that character, he struggles to get in, but when he gets in,
it's a party. It's a party.
Yeah, it's a party. It's definitely a party.
How about you, Cross?
Really, Ramza's weird for me. I have to say that character is either like a low A or like a high B.
Mm-hmm. That's where I am.
But like
actually.
the new buffs though, he's definitely an A.
Okay.
That
I
character's
think
definitely
we
because
got
like Les said, that character can literally slap you with one. Okay, like Les said, Mario shout. Ramza literally has to walk up to you, slap you, and then he can just literally get killing. And then now he's like, oh, he's a threat now.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, I've never in the history of Ramza, in all his iterations, ever had a problem building Brave with that character. That character builds Brave like crazy.
I'm gonna link it in your chat.
Also,
there's a clip right there.
Oh, let's see.
That shit's
also,
disgusting.
Enervate also is better now. I will say that.
Let's watch.
But
This
he
clip
still
real
can't
quick.
play speed. Sometimes.
Oh my god.
Let's watch.
That character is stupid.
Okay. All right, that alone is all right. A.
That character is kind of dumb.
All right. SS.
Okay.
Watch that one more time. Okay. So he
that
does
by
mighty.
itself, I would put that character. If that character, like, if you go for that all game, you'll get beat up, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that you can do that is kind of dumb.
That's really.
Also, something we forgot to mention, right, which might even bump him up to like high A, low S, is that galvanize. Like, if you're playing neutral, like, first off, Ramza doesn't have to go in, and the fact that he can hold now makes him even better at defending the shoot. So, with that being said, all you have to do is maybe, like, you know, charge up, galvanize, now your shoot passively getting Brave, which is so stupid, by the way. You're literally your opponent's like shoot could literally be doing nothing all game, but because they got galvanized twice, they're over here sitting at like killing somehow. Like, somehow killing.
Yo, let's talk about vanilla galvanize.
Yeah.
And that shit used to give you mad Brave.
Like, this game, I would actually, I wouldn't be mad if somebody put this character at S tier. To be honest, I did say this character would replace X Death in a way, but you know, I guess it's all dependent on like what kind of team comp you're playing. I definitely think he has the potential to be S tier, but I just overall as a base character, I think he's A tier.
All right, A's fine.
A cross.
I've been.
A.
A. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Renoa. I think we're gonna have some pretty split decisions on this one. Now I'll start with Renoa, and I'll kick it to Wes because that's his chick. So with Renoa, I did not like Renoa at all. You know what I mean? Until I like discovered how she's supposed to be used, and I think for a very active, oppressive, aggressive team, she's almost unparalleled. The only person that comes kind of close is Ace, but the things that she can give to a team that's literally doing nothing but holding forward is fucking nuts. No other shoe can do that, you know, while still kind of maintaining some projectile pressure. You know, it's not great, but it's there. I think that with the way the meta is, it's not really neutral based. Like the days of Emperor just throwing 3 flares and like being in the back, just collecting, killing, like that doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? I think with the way that the meta has shifted towards aggression, I think that's honest. I have her at least easily A or S. I would be completely fine with that. I think what she offers a team is very good, and a lot of it comes down to the player. I think. What do you think, Wes?
Well, she's probably SS mainly because of her Japanese voice actor.
Oh my god.
She does have the best Japanese voice actor. I'm sorry.
You mean
But real. Okay, God. Or I could say Seiyu. We could do that. But okay, no, really though. I think the character, if dependent, it's another dependent on comp character, right? So it's very niche. If you're holding forward, this character is extremely powerful, I would say. She does contradict herself with angel form. A lot of the time, you can't really, help your team can't really help you, and you're killing yourself at the same time.
Yo,
so
I love it when my
double-edged sword.
Renoa pops Angel Wing when she's like almost dead.
I mean, to be
What are you
fair,
doing?
that's not a bad thing because she can't lose any more HP.
Yeah.
So it's like she's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, just run Dark Flame, no health.
She has I think this can barely be argued with. She probably has like one of the best, if not the best, move as a shoot, which is Angel Form 2B in the air.
Which one's that?
It's basically Terra Holy, Charged Holy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's, but it's spammable.
That's just really hard to get out of, dog.
Yeah.
So
It's retarded.
and it goes super far.
Yeah.
So good luck with that.
Well,
you're not beating that.
The tornado move too is fucking annoying.
Tornado is super annoying, but the 2B in the air, yeah, you're good luck.
I mean, it's like better than anything else she has an angel. No reason to use anything else.
People sleep on Wishing Star because they're not holding forward. They're trying to play her like a shoot. Meltdown is basically a delta attack, or delta whatever X Death has.
No, you got it. It's delta attack.
Yeah, delta attack, not fire rifle. Fire rifle curves. If you're holding forward, people don't realize you could literally play her like a speed. Why would you do that? I don't know. But you could actually play her like a speed, and you could put people in mix-ups. There's actually like a true combo with Angelo. I'm not gonna reveal that, but there's a true combo with Angelo
This guy's
where you can actually combo into Wishing Star. Dude, it's so disgusting. It's really situational, but like it's stupid. Meltdown is, like I said, Delta strikes. You put people in 50-50s. Apocalypse generic search goes to, what is it, 3 or 3.5 when she's in angel form, and she glides.
3.5, I want to say maybe.
Only issue is that it's inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent. The hitbox is based off of where the stars fall and not where the the actual thing starts. There's times where people don't get hit until like halfway through the animation, which is kind of dumb. And then Meteor got, or it was Meteor, right? We all stopped using that move, so yeah, Meteor got nerfed, so we don't care about that move.
Yeah, you remember Launch Meteor?
Oh yeah, that was my favorite.
Launch
That
Meteor.
was the character for a while. Like,
Launch Meteor. That shit.
yo, I mean, why should I use anything else? This thing's better than
Yeah, it's like a fake hitbox. Moves to twice the speed of anybody in the game.
Okay, so
I would put her.
Yeah.
Nah. I was just gassing her up, right? But,
go
but
gas
realistically, right? If I'm being very objective, right, with my opinion, I would put her either at the top of B or low A.
Okay.
I say B.
Pigeon? B.
I say B.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Cross.
You see, I would say, what's it called? So I just played Renault like a few weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I will tell you this: the way I play her is something you would not take seriously. But honestly, I would say she's a high B tier. I would say she's high B.
Everybody has her in B.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think she's. I agree with the B tier. Now, if you're holding forward, she's like AS for me. But then you're also holding forward, so it can go either way.
My favorite.
All right, so set beat off. Let me start with this guy.
Have fun, bud.
Woo! Loses every speed in the game. Really fun to play. Biggest huge issues, which have been issues forever, are he struggles at doing his role. Always has been. Pretty bad setup game. Pretty lackluster holds. Just not really good matchups or anything like that. Offers not too much to a team either. Like, all he really offers to a team is murder. That's it. Like, he can be aggressive to the point where he can murder all 3 teams. You know what I mean? That can happen. But I definitely have him in. I have him with Furion actually. Even in the most stable hands, it's a struggle. It is a struggle, especially if people know it. You know what I mean? I just think that the nerfs that he got over time just fucking crippled him. Honestly, like his dash attack is, in my opinion, virtually unusable. It's virtually unusable. It's so fucking slow. Anybody, my son could step that shit. Actually,
he even got a controller in his hands.
It's just bad. And I love that guy to death, man. But it's just not worth it. I have him in C. What do you think, Pigeon?
I put him in B in my list.
Okay.
I mean, I think you all know I don't really use this character, so I don't have the really the experience to really comment too much on him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's better than Furion for me. Like, Furion just like, I mean, this dude got stick on the ground. I mean, he has like a tackle in the air now, but like, I mean, Sephiroth can at least like play in the air and the ground, whatever. Yeah. And he has dash canceling. I know it's an execution barrier, but like, I mean, I don't think he needs to join Furion down there.
All right, Wes, what do you think?
What did my list say? I put him worse than Furion, actually.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I put him in.
You put him in rip tier. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, my bad. I put him behind Furion. Right, so we're assuming like tiers. Well, actually, that's more for speeds, but I would say they do 2 different things very well, right? Mm-hmm. But like, if you think about the team aspect, Furion definitely has that way over Sephiroth, right? Yeah. Sephiroth isn't holding for anybody. That character is just wall rushing, dash attacking, missing JDCs. Okay, assume that he's perfectly assume he's perfectly hitting. He's like a TAS bot, right? He's a TAS bot. So imagine a TAS Furion and a TAS Sephiroth, right? I would honestly pick a Furion, to be honest. I would still pick a Furion. I'm sorry. And the reason I say that is because Furion offers so much more utility to the team than a Sephiroth does.
I agree. That is indisputable, I don't think. You can dispute.
And believe it or not, oh my god, West, you did this? I played Sephiroth in the beginning when I first started playing this game. I almost made this character because this character was busted in the very, very beginning. I was like, yo, this character is OD, bro. What is going on? I gotta play this character.
Someone in chat that this actual TAS.
Oh, they want you to explain TAS.
Oh yeah, so basically a TAS is basically like you get a bot to do all the work for you. So it's like frame perfect everything. It doesn't screw up. You can look up TAS for like pretty much any game, and you'll get like flawless.
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Don't do that. Don't do that. So it's basically flawless, frame by frame, as perfect as could be. Like basically, it's mainly used for speedruns, but in this case, Sephiroth would never miss his JDCs. He would constantly be hitting you in like the exact range, the exact max range, that type of thing.
Right.
But yeah, I would actually say this character is C tier behind Furion because aside from the execution barrier, which doesn't really matter, I think if you practice enough, JDCs aren't that hard unless you're lagging.
Right.
And even then, I know people that lag and still hit them.
Yeah.
I would literally say that this character doesn't really offer anything in terms of Dissidia aside from wall rushing and having a long ass sword. So.
Okay. So what about you, Cross? Where do you have him, Cross?
Easily the one Vanguard out of one of my teams. But that character just like, and one thing I will say though that really annoys me about Sephiroth too is the fact that, well, it doesn't annoy me, but I know how bad the Sephiroth players feel about this. The thing about Sephiroth though is that his design is to be to murder people, right? Here's the question: how are you able to murder people when I can literally jump over your whole kit?
That's the other thing I was missing. That is so fucking painful. Like when that happens, I'm just like, why am I using this fucking character? I hate when that happens.
You remember when people didn't know you could do that, and they're just getting blown up for it? And
so whenever I see a Sephiroth, right, come into contact with me, I'm like, oh, he's in the same elevation as me. Oh, let me just press the jump button twice, and he'll probably lift and and get hit and he'll die. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
fine.
That and his last
And
normals.
another thing I say Sephiroth is easily the worst Vanguard in the game is that he loses to the type he's supposed to dominate over. Like, think about this. What's Sephiroth gonna do versus the Don? What is he gonna do versus Locke? What is he gonna do versus Tidus of all characters? Tidus!
Oh, yeah.
You lose to Tidus!
Yeah,
Scintilla maybe, right?
I
Hopefully.
think with like if you have complete and utter mastery over Scintilla, probably like A, maybe. But he just it's
honestly,
too much.
The only reason I would like to see anyone play that character with me is that if I want to see someone get manhandled or like just in a triple melee team, like something like that, I would like Sephiroth there.
Manhandle.
No, I don't like him.
Wait, aren't his poise frames really ass too? Because like I swear I trade when I play that character, I swear I traded with speeds, and then I lose because I'm Sephiroth. so I'm just like, what's that Nick Cannon, or not Nick Cannon, Nick Young question mark meme where he's just like, what's going on?
Now
here?
I agree with you, Brave Fantasy, but the thing with Sephiroth is that he needs it. Like if other characters were counters, they don't need it. Sephiroth needs that in order to even be able to fight speeds. He needs Scintilla, in my opinion.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, he said that you could say that with most counters, though. To be honest, no one is going to have that high of a counter mastery. But I'm saying so his instability. You know, he's an unstable character in even the best hands. Like some of the best players in the community have played or do still play Sephiroth every now and again, and like it's a struggle unnecessarily because he has too many huge glaring flaws. So let's get this guy ranked. So Wes, you had him in C?
Yeah, I had him behind Furion.
Okay, and Cross, where do you have him at?
See, my character is obviously worse than Furion. I don't care what anyone says. At least with Furion, I have a hold bot on my team. Like, I have Furion who can literally just sit there on the ground. Here's a long hold. Sephiroth is like, I can't hold for my life. So you better hope to God you mash square before.
He's like minus on every hold too, right?
Nix.
He's like, isn't he like the equivalent of Vayne? I will get to Vayne, but like, isn't he the equivalent of Vayne where he's like minus? Well, no, they patch Vayne for that, right?
He has
where if you like try to hold somebody, and then you step cancel and then try to do it again, they just mash out of it.
Yeah, the only one that he has that's somewhat
trash.
okay is his neutral brave 3 hits. He's like 0. He's not plus.
Yeah,
so
he's
like,
trash.
yeah, it's not good.
He's not minus. He's just trash. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all
you know, I hear what you're saying, Brave. I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of a requisite. Like, you can use his other HP attacks, but that character's so figured out, and his counterplay measures are so easy. Like, it's too easy to beat that character. So
but he styles on you.
Yeah. Where would you put him, Cross?
C tier.
C?
Behind Furion.
I'm fine with putting him in C. So me and Cross have him in C. I think we'll put him in C. I mean, in certain cases, I agree. I would rather have a Furion. I'd rather have a Furion than a Sephiroth. All right.
Like I will say, Furion is glue, but like it's glue that can hold, and then you have hot garbage glue that just can't hold and can't fight.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's sad.
It was, yeah, you know what I mean? When you see the best players using them and it's still so results, it's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You talking about that Powerpuff Girls glue, the glue eater. That's OD. You can't be saying that on stream, dog.
All right, so we have Shantoto. Pigeon, go ahead and kick us off with this one, man.
On my list, I put her at A, tier A.
Okay.
I think this character... Alright, so she's kind of got like 2 movesets, normal mode, potato mode, rage mode, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and she has a search that she can glide, Divine Malison.
Right.
I think that's a pretty good point. And so like I said, 2 movesets, right? Non-rage mode, you're really good at neutral. Really good, just power buttons, I would say. High priority. And then rage mode, you're like a holding machine from like across the map, like air back brave. Just spam that on the Vanguard and they can't play the game.
Yeah. I
think that's retarded.
Or even to shoot. Fuck the Vanguard.
Yeah, she can just like shut someone out in rage mode like that.
Yeah.
I don't. See.
You said A?
Yeah, A tier. Yeah.
A tier. Okay.
And I like Colossal Chantoto, the unique skill, because it can be used to buy time for your teammates to get back to you. It can also be used like during the core against like the enemy shoot, and they have to respect it. Like she kind of has like a lot of good points about her. The only thing is you have to kind of decide whether you want to be in rage or not. Really, I would say.
Agreed. I like that. What about US?
I put her at A.
A.
Now that's not to say she's bad. It's just that that character is very inconsistent without share HP, because good players will just not touch you, but or they'll beat you, they'll bully you because you don't have you know, poise tier 3 on all your moves when you're in rage. With that being said, Bio's the stupidest shoot move in the game. I don't think y'all should have seen the JP versus NA games.
I saw that.
Where they played, okay, this might be a meme, but the first time they played 3 Shanto and all they did was spam Bio. And yeah, you're not getting in on that. And you're also not gonna have any Brave. That move is super dumb. I think that's actually what might even push her towards S, to be honest. Rage mode is disgusting. The holds are disgusting, like Pigeon was saying, kind of echoing what he was saying.
Yeah,
but it's mainly, it's mainly the fact that Bio exists that I think she's like up there in terms of like the shoots. I think she's like high A, low S, to be honest.
Okay. And what about you, Cross?
High A. Rage mode is definitely that character. Rage mode, like, let's just say this. So let's imagine Shantoto was like a boss, right? A boss in a fighting, a boss in a video game, right? So then that's her first form, right? And the minute you kill, it's like if you kill that boss, right, it comes back stronger. Right? Just imagine if Shantoto went from a shoot with just like high priority magic, she can't really hold all that well, to the most annoying shoot in the game with nasty hold, Bio, which is ridiculous. Like, I can't believe you give a shoot like that kind of button. And her lightning in the air, that is probably the most busted that is like, that's the most like busted button you've given a shoot. And nothing that I think Nick told me a long time ago, where it was like, if Shantoto can literally catch her wake up with that. So a good Shantoto can literally catch her wake up if she knows you're gonna press something, or like wake up early after that. So she can literally do that again, and then you're gonna suffer landing lag if she decides to drop you, and then she can hit you with fire after that. Wait for someone to come towards her, set her up, and go. Because she got a lot of break after that. What do you do in that situation? What do you just like? I mean, like if you're playing like someone like you just got sent out of it. But besides that, that's just disgusting on a character like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rage isn't like impossible. I mean, like she has to like get hit by an issue attack, and you're fighting someone who's fart. They're not gonna just intentionally push Rage. They're gonna just kill you.
Unless you're me.
Yeah, but I mean,
all right. Put a rank on her, Cross. Where?
I would say high A.
High A. So I think everybody's saying A. I would actually say S. That fucking. I'm getting flashbacks. Potato mode lightning is just too good. That attack alone is just fucking. That is actually busted. Let's get that out the way. It's like 360 circumference all around her. She can hit anywhere with it. But I understand you have to put her in rage, and if you are playing against a team that knows that, hey, don't put her in fucking rage, she can definitely be kind of slightly invalidated for sure. She'll always get a chance to play because Colossal, and she has good Braves even in non-potato mode, and she has decent HP attacks. But I'm fine with A. I'm fine with that.
She actually enables double shoot comps because she can because of lightning. Because it holds. There's actually a time where I was being held. That thing is not 3 rings, is it? That's gotta be like 4.8. That thing's gotta be at least like 8, right?
Her lightning and rage.
Her lightning and rage. Yeah, that thing feels far as hell, dude.
It might be 3.5.
So it's 8. Okay, good. If anything past 3 is like 8. So, when I was getting like, I actually got held by a Shanto that far away, so the other Shanto could run up and retribution me. So, I was just like, I was like, how do you even do this? Or you can hold for your other shoot search, which is like the main point. You know, you can actually just go in potato mode, lightning somebody from 3.5, and then your other shoot just runs up and presses the square button. Hey, free meat eater.
Yeah.
That sounds so like.
She's.
That just sounds so disrespectful.
So I will say, and I'll let you go after this pigeon. A Shantoto that is running Share Brave, that's S. I think that's S every single time. Yeah. Go ahead, pigeon.
I was gonna say I wanted to confirm. Does she get a speed boost in rage mode?
Yeah, she does.
I believe she does.
Is it like a speed class?
It's I don't. It might be like 5% or something like that. I don't think it's she's not as fast as the speed. I fucking hope not. That'd be crazy.
That's one of those like hidden. That's like one of those hidden things that like you don't really think about because the rest of her kit is kind of dumb. So you're kind of just like, you're like, wait, she gets a speed buff? Oh my god! Now I gotta complain about something else.
Jim's saying 7.5. 7.5.
Oh, 7.5. Okay, yeah, I was close. I said 8, right? Yeah, I said 8. So.
Okay. I can agree. With share HP, I'd say S, honestly, but A without it.
Agreed. Her dominance is something. It's kind of scary. Like on a coordinated team, like with the Chantello that has share HP, like you always have to deal with that. That's frustrating. Okay, next we got Snow. Pigeon, I'll let you kick off. I know you played a bit of Snow.
Yeah, I played some. On my list, I have him as a rank.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say because, I mean, he's, what is it, like, so the character starts like at a base strength, but if you manage to get your C tiers, he becomes really pretty dumb, like in level 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's like a damage increase, huge wall rush potential. And his unique skill at level 3 is, I think, is pretty dumb because if he charges it, you don't see the screen turn black until it's already blasting at you.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy to me.
And all his HPs get better too. Frostwolf, thanks for the raid, man. Much appreciated. So
and he also has a good HP selection, I think, too.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So you got him firmly in where?
Yeah, I said A rank.
A. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go next. So I have him at S. I think he's a very clear S. His toolkit, even in his base form, is actually fucking stupid. His normals are really good. He has options for in the air, on the ground. He has a dunk maneuver. He has a air maneuver to put him in the air. You know, he has really good shit even in level 1. Like I made it all the way to Crystal E. I know this really isn't a determination or anything. Literally was only put like in level 2 or 3, like 2 or 3 matches. Like it was all level 1. I think with Snow, the biggest issue with Snow again is the players. I think like a lot of them have very self-destructive tendencies, and they can definitely get tunnel vision because hey, I got knocked down. I'm now the best character in the game. So I don't think that he, with certain players, he doesn't necessarily lend himself to like just straight up team play. If you want to be aggressive, I think he works really well with that. If you have to play extended neutral on level 1, that's not a good look for you. He can cut, he can hold, he can do all that stuff. You know what I mean? But I think if you're being aggressive, I don't know. I have him in S. I think his kit's terrific. I think he has one of the best kits for a Vanguard for sure, for free. His forward brave on the ground, godlike. Like, that's just actually stupid, and it only gets better the higher it goes. I have him in S. Kasu?
Hold on, did you just say that character can hold?
Yeah, he can hold pretty well.
With what?
A neutral brave or forward brave on the ground.
Hey. Well, the forward brave on the ground is not a very good hold. I don't think
that character is
level
definitely
1 not so great. Level 2 it's viable. I've seen it used enough to know that it does work.
All right. So this character is at the top of A. Let me tell you why.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have alerts.
Let me tell you why this character is at the top of A, right behind Garland. Right? Because Garland's a better character.
I agree. I think
the fact that Snow has to die basically to become a good character, right? It's not like Shanto, where Shanto can literally just share bravery and she's still halfway across the map. or share HP where she's halfway across the map. It's not like what does share HP even get him to? Does it get him to level 3 or level 2?
It does.
It does.
It gets him to level 3.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know.
Okay. Well, it's not like you would run that because you shouldn't be running that as a heavy. that's the first problem. So you basically have to get beat up to become a good character. First off, that is like the worst thing to do, especially as Vanguard. You shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
In fact, how are you getting hit in the first place? How are you getting hit in the first place? You're supposed to be defending your shoot. So if you're getting beat up in the first place, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
The second thing is, I do agree that character is a hold forward character. I know Japan loves him. They never shut up about him, actually. But yeah, that character, that character definitely doesn't have the utility compared to the other top of Vanguards, as I would say.
Agreed. Yeah.
That character definitely favors aggression, but so does Garland. But Garland has way better hold potential. His tracking's a lot better. All he has to do is play the game.
The tracking thing.
All right, have you seen Deranged Soul 2?
Yeah, come on now. That's like, nigga, you have the best tracking ever.
That's what I'm saying, right? But then you're saying Snow has to be level 3 to become a good character, right? You see where I'm going with this?
Level 2 and level 2.
So, and in order to do that, you have to get hit by an HP. But any smart player is probably just gonna smack you for 3K, and now you get tickled by anything and you die. Meanwhile, Garland's still at 3.5K. He's still at 3.5, and you're just sitting there like, dude, he's literally tracking me halfway across the map. What do I do? So, and he has his triangle button. The fact that he has a triangle button is kind of dumb.
When the drill went 4 rings. Yeah, the drill went 4 rings. Can't get out of this.
Like, he has no neutral, and I think that's a feast or famine. That's 100% feast or famine. Because if you don't have neutral, that means you have to be on a team that knows how to react to situations. And I don't know if you're not playing robotic or you're just not a better team, that character is definitely gonna suffer. But yeah, I put that character right behind Garland in A tier.
I got you. I agree with what Dan says. He does have a slightly safer kit than Garland, but Garland has the almighty chain cast. Like, that chain cast is fucking stupid. And what do you think, Cross?
Yeah.
Low S.
Low S?
Low S, yeah.
So we have 2 S's and 2 A's.
It's also the fact of, I think, I would say most of the stuff about West, and most stuff that Pigeon West said is the same thing I was been saying. But I think one thing that I have to kind of take into consideration is that when Snow, well, I'm just gonna go talk about this one specific HP attack that I think makes Snow a little more scarier as a Vanguard is Impact Driver. I think Impact Driver is the scariest thing to put on a Vanguard, because I know it has to get better with C tiers, but think about this. If a Snow runs up to you, or he's near you and he's at level 3 or level 2, and he presses Impact Driver, it's the thought of, is he gonna release it now, or do I step now, or do I step later? And by the time you already stepped, he probably already hit you. That's just I don't know why you would give a Vanguard it's kind of like Cross Slash, except not nearly as busted as Cross Slash. Well, not anymore, but I would say Snow's low S. I would say his holds are good. But not the best. I feel like he definitely leads more to aggressive hold forward comp. And I mean, what can you say anything about it? He literally is the Sentinel of Dissidia. He's literally the Sentinel of Dissidia with commando action.
Okay, I hear you. Good points. What's going on, CL? I tried to turn Cross up a bit. I turned him up in Discord. Let me know if it's a little easier to hear him now, guys. What do we mean by peel? So if one of your teammates is getting harassed, or they're getting hit, or they're in block center or something like that, how quickly and how effectively can you interrupt that action in the safest manner possible? That's essentially what we mean by peel.
Can I add one more thing about Snow?
Yeah, go ahead, Cross.
I just remembered something. So one more thing about Snow I do want to say is that about Annihilation, right? So we know Annihilation has that built-in provoke, right? So if you get hit by it, he provokes you, stuff like that. But here's the funny part too, that if you get killed by Snow and he provoked you, the provoke doesn't wear off. So you could come back and you're still provoked by that character. And not only that, the thought of getting provoked to the Vanguard, aka Snow, who's actually a good duelist, that's already bad. Imagine if you're the shoot and you get provoked by that stuff. Then you're forced to look at Snow the entire time. I mean, it's your job to look at him, but the fact that now you can't feel for your other teammates, that's kind of detrimental.
Okay. So let's try and decide it like this. Wes, you said that they think very highly of him in Japan. Give us some of the pros and cons as from Japan's eyes on Snow.
That character duffs the hell out of you repeatedly. They like the fact because Japan definitely favors. There was a time in Japan, not so much anymore, but there's a time in Japan where they didn't play shoots. And the main reason for that was because it was so much easier to play offense than it was to play defense, meaning that you would have to dedicate a resource to protecting your shoot. In that case, Snow was the character that would, he'd just hold forward and he'd get rewarded for it. Because you know what? You're going to cut this guy. And hey, you cut him. Hey, now you might have gotten him for 2.4K, but now this character is going to beat your ass. That's pretty much how Japan thought of him. But outside of that, it was mainly because he just got stronger when he got down. But that's also because Japan has a way different metagame than we do. When we get downed, we kind of play back, we hide, we don't want to die or anything. And then that in turn makes our entire team retreat. Meanwhile, in Japan, the other teams they'll actually use that person as bait, and that person will never commit to a button. And it's kind of insane how they do that. But yeah, they look at Snow as a bait character because he can go in and get rewarded for it, and then he can use himself as bait. That's pretty much what their mentality is and or was, I should say, because I'm not sure if they still think the same way that they did, when he first came out. But that's what they were telling me beforehand.
Okay, I got you.
That's pretty interesting, the bait mentality like that. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty cool.
What do we want to do? We want to do S or A?
So, I would say Cross said low S, so that's basically A. It's like saying I don't want to put him in S tier, but he's pretty high in A. So I wouldn't be mad if you put him in, I would disagree, but I wouldn't be mad if you put him above Garland in A tier, because I would just, sit there and be like, okay, that means he's pretty much, at the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, and I think you made a good point. That triangle button, you know what I mean? Snow's triangle button is really excellent, right? But it's not oh, I grabbed you and you're fucking dead. I don't gotta hit you. You know what I mean? All I gotta do is grab you. You're fucking dead. Him not having, his toolkit's excellent. I think Snow's kit is actually A+, and I'm talking level 1. He has everything he needs. You know what I mean? In order to actually be able to fight the matchups, it comes down to the player. So I'm fine with putting him in A actually. So next character is going to be it's gonna be Squall. So Cross, if you want to lead us off with this character.
Have fun.
All right.
Take care.
Hey,
All right,
I'm about to pull that up right now.
Anyway, let's go. Squall. Man, the hold bot gets hit. So I would say Squall. It's weird because I wouldn't necessarily say Squall is a really weak character. I would just more say this fact that the way he's supposed to be played is super different. It's kind of different. So Squall has, let's see, Brutal Show, right? Which is a good gap closer, but it's also I wouldn't say it's the best gap closer in the game. I would say that it's pretty predictable to look at. It's visually telling when you know when Squall will back brave you. I will say his normals aren't so good, but I will say one button that I think Squall has that's good that I think that not a lot of people use, Thunderberry. I think Thunderberry is fine. I think Thunderberry is best toolkits when it comes to setting up people. I think Beat Fang is really iffy sometimes when it comes to setting up for shoots, because the way Squall is supposed to be played is that you're supposed to play more of a patient, more play style. You're supposed to play more patient than others, and that's kind of not what Speeds are not supposed to do. But Squall has to play that kind of play style. The way Squall is that the minute he presses the button, the whole enemy team is oh, pressing stuff in, Raider lock on, kill him, and then he just gets down. And that's kind of an issue. But
okay.
I would say Squall is B tier, not C tier. I don't think there's any reason why Squall will be C tier. I think he's definitely B tier. Not the worst, but I definitely won't say he's a strong character.
Okay, I like that. Good breakdown. So Cross has him in B. Wes?
It's the worst speed in the game. Coming from a shoot main, the only reliable way a squall can get in on you is 2B, which is basically the rough divide from 012. so it's literally the same thing. That being said, my character, people will sit there and be like, man, dude, Skull ain't that bad. Look at his holds. It's like, well, did you forget that, shoots have surges? did you forget about the square button on the enemy shoot? Well, Wes, what if they don't have a shoot? Did you forget that you're still sitting there just hitting this other person while somebody can just walk up behind you and start beating your ass? Like, people don't... I would say that he's a 100% utility. No power. No real power. And you might be like, oh, well then why don't you put him in like B or something? Or, like, why not? Well, that's because you have to hit triggers, and that means that you can't be holding, really, not necessarily. Like, you have to delay your triggers, which is AIDS enough, right? And then that means that you're more of a sitting duck to get beat up by the enemy while you're trying to delay your triggers. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword. You want to do damage, right? But you also want to hold. so it's kind of just like, well, what do I do? You're kind of having like an identity problem. Like, my 100% utility, or do I want to, like, wall rush this guy and then rough divide him? So right. I would say that character, I mean, he has good points. I mean, like I've said this before, I'm pretty sure everybody would agree. Like, every character in this game is viable, but that character is definitely the most lackluster one out of the speed roll, in my opinion.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Mr. Senpai, what do you think, man?
In my list, I had him at B.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like what both Cross and West said. I think it's all valid. But for me, like, I wouldn't put him in C. I'd put him in B just because, like, sure, he has that risk of, like, oh, do I want power or utility? But I think that's kind of up to the player, or, like, the player's awareness and, like, the team play is, like, he should know whether he should hold or just, like, get out fast and just, like, try to do triggers really quickly and back off.
Okay.
I kind of feel like it's a little player dependent, but yeah, that's kind of how I think about it.
So I have a question, Pigeon. Do you feel like the fact that Squall's damage is gated by a trigger mechanic is not detrimental to the entire playstyle as a whole?
Yeah, it's a barrier, I think so.
So if you think that, wouldn't that mean that the character itself is kind of, holding itself back, like it doesn't want to hold because it wants to be able to do like normal things? Like, at that point, you're kind of just throwing everything away so that you could do triggers to become a normal speed player, like a normal speed character,
Yeah, I kind of look at it like, it's like I said, like if you're kind of deciding on how, like, what you want Squall to be, and I guess it's a flaw with the design of the character. It's like, oh well, he can hold, but
but he's holding himself.
We give him an option for power, but it's like, you can't have both. You can only have one.
But sir, he's holding himself.
Okay, that's true too. It's like Garland times 10. You're always grabbing someone when you hit him, so you're at risk. I mean, I'm fine with him at C or B, but I think that it's kind of up to the player on what they're gonna do with Squall. And
Okay.
I think the character's flawed in that, yeah, it's like you can't have both of those. You either go for the power or the utility.
So I got a question. If you had to put him somewhere, B or C?
I'm fine with C.
You're fine with C? And mine would definitely be C. I think even the best squalls we have, they hate him. They hate using us, you know what I mean? Like, when the dedicated players hate using him, and they won't use him, in tournament setting anymore. Like, that, how much more, that speaks volumes of the actual character himself. It's just, his kit is interesting, and he can definitely fight people one-on-one, but the inherent risk, of even trying to get your damage out, in comparison to the other speeds, it's not a good look. And then, on top of that, you put his damage behind an execution barrier. It's just, I don't know. I think he can be okay, but nothing higher than B. I would actually be completely fine with putting him in C. I look at him and Sephiroth and Fury in the same way. Actually, this is how I feel. Like, when I get when you see that Squall join your team, this is how I feel. You see this right here? Take it. This is how yo.
Are you trying to say you dodge players? What are you trying to say?
When squad queues up on my team, this is how I feel. Take care.
What are you trying to say, KO?
Nah, I never dodged, dog. I never. That's
OJ was dodging.
So I'm fine with putting him in C. I think that's where he's there. All right, Tina Turner, Mr. Kazwanchi. You want to start us off with her?
I don't think anything has to be said. The character's SS.
SS.
Still.
Okay.
Yes.
Pigeon, SS also.
Yep, SS.
Okay.
The best shoot, no question.
Cross.
No question either. SS.
Okay. SS. All right. I was
The
actually gonna
characters.
say S. But
All right, you can turn off the stream right now. You can turn off the stream, dog.
She's clearly. I played her yesterday. You know, even fucking watching Toshin Sai. You know what I mean? Like there was a terror on every single team, and I know that's not indicative of that's just Japan. But if you look at every region, you know what I mean. Her power is palpable. You know what I mean? Like the things she can do is fucking nuts. And if you throw
even if
in there,
they nerfed her charged flare,
yeah,
it's like, yo, what about the rest of her kit? what are y'all doing? Yeah,
The character's been nerfed, and it's like it doesn't even matter.
wait, no, I have the count from Toshin Sai still of like everything that we saw on stream that wasn't in the top like 4. The most seen character was Terra at 7, and Cloud and Zidane were at 5 apiece. So if that's any indicator at how Toshin Sai went, there you go. But yeah, the flare, like the flare, was stupid, right?
Yes.
But it was just like it was stupid in the utility way. But like that doesn't excuse the fact that she has an ace red card on like a 5-second cooldown. You know, it doesn't excuse the fact that she can self hold and pretty much kill you by herself if she hits like the blizzard holy combo. It doesn't excuse the fact that her meteor, you know, is a meteor. You know? So, like, it's kind of dumb. It's really dumb.
Let's talk about neutral braid, charge neutral braid.
Yeah, charge neutral braid.
Shit going like 4 rings, verticality, everything.
World famous 3-button Terra. It's great.
No giveaway tonight, guys. No, we'll be back tomorrow with the giveaways. Toshin Sai, yeah, could somebody link Zerky the VODs for Toshin Sai? Anybody, if you got a chance? So SS, I think we all agree with that. You know, she's just fucking stupid. And she's always been stupid.
My favorite character.
Mr. Titus, I will have Pigeon start off with it. I know how much you love that guy.
This character is. I think what I like about Titus is how wild. He's like a wild card. He's wild, and he can break the game online. Like, and I mean, how do I start? Like, I like his. I think he's a good character for punishing steps, because you know somersaults, like a lot of people get afraid of those, and if they step, that's a free hit.
But he's a gymnast.
Yeah, his mobility is, I'd say that's unparalleled. Just because you get like free dash with somersaults.
Okay, so where would you put him?
I mean, in my list, I have him as B. I think for sure he's just not as good as like the higher speed characters, but. Mm-hmm. I really like his neutral dash attack. The holding on that's pretty crazy in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I really like his the non-dash neutral brave. It's super fast, and the quick 2 hits pretty non-committal.
Mm-hmm. Hard to search, very hard to search.
Yeah, I really like Spiral Cut and Slice and Dice as his HPs. They're both, I mean, Slice and Dice kind of dumb. It's an online. I mean, the character's like an online character, pretty much. He's like known as the net play warrior character.
Yeah, let me be the first to say, offline, none of that shit works.
Yeah.
None of that shit works.
So the character's, he's like, it's like 2 rankings for him. He's like decent online, but I haven't played offline. But from what I've heard, the stuff's not real offline.
Yeah, it's not real.
And he's like super weak because of that.
Agreed.
Like I said, he's B. I don't think he just excels like at his like movement, I guess, and ability to just like move around the map, but that's really it.
Okay, got you. West?
So excusing the net play shenanigans, right? I still put that character in A tier. I put him right in between Noctis and Lightning, if we're gonna go in order. The reason being is because of his mobility. He has the most mobility out of any I was about to say shoot, but he has the most mobility out of any speed. He almost never has to use his dash gauge. Like this man could actually just do like laps around Narsh. I actually feel like Titus could do a lap around Narsh and still have like a third of his bar left somehow, right? So with that being said, he's very deceptive. That's another thing. Very deceptive. His holds are super good. His HPs are disgusting as well. Well, his 2 HPs are disgusting. We don't talk about the other 2. I would say, like Pigeon said, 5B on the ground is disgusting. It's what is it, like 16 frames, 15 frames? Like nothing's beating that out.
Good range too.
Yeah, he lunges forward at you. He's a trickster. I would definitely put him in between Lightning and Noctis. I think the issue is that you just don't see, like, there's such a gimmick behind Titus online. It's kind of like if you guys have ever played Street Fighter 5, everybody makes fun of Ken, but Ken's actually not a bad character. And everybody makes fun of like Brazilian Kens because of internet or whatever. Everybody makes fun of Titus because internet, net play. But realistically, that character, even if they're free offline, I have seen some pretty good Titus players in the glorious Nippon, and that kind of convinced me that the character isn't dead at all. Because at one point we considered him top 3, top 2, and the only reason he got shoved out was because of the changes to spells, and new characters came out, and people started to understand, like, hey, Kuja's not that bad, and
also Sea Otaku happened, and we were like, well, we can actually lock this character offline.
Yeah, people thought because Sea Otaku happened that Titus was free, and it's mainly just North American Titus players are free. It's completely different, So I wouldn't let the net play shenanigans skewer your vision, and just think about it objectively. I think that character is solid A tier.
Okay, Cross, talk to us.
Oh
God.
So, all right, I'm gonna say this outright. If this was a tier list based on characters who can just cheat the game with this game's echo system, I would put Titus in beyond S tier. There would be like a
beyond
tier for Titus. Like, I would just put it the Titus net play tier, and it's just there. All right. So, outside of that, my opinion on Titus over as a character, I would honestly favor him a little bit more than Squall, but I still don't really like him as a character, as a playstyle character. I mean, again, he has mobility. I like that. He has his HPs are pretty weird. I would say Sparkle is more like my go-to HP for him, which I think is his best HP. Slice Dance is good, but in a smart, organized session, you're gonna get hit out of it a lot of times. So I think that will be an issue. One thing about Titus, though, that I definitely will say this is that if you're fighting someone who knows his ranges, if you know how his dash attacks work, that character will get shut down so hard to the point where a Titus man will definitely try their hardest not to go in sometimes, and when they do go in, they're already getting looked at. He's hard to search, yeah, but you can literally just have a melee look at him, and then he'll get hit. You got a melee look at him. I mean, you can have the shoot look at him too, and then he'll get hit most of the time.
He just flips over you though.
Yeah.
But he just flips over you.
I know.
But he flips over you.
I mean, he can flip over me, so catch his ass.
Anyway, unless you're Garland, you're not catching that guy if he flips over you. I'm sorry. I don't think any character is tracking backwards aside from Garland. I'm sorry.
So where would you put him? Where would you put him, Cross? We had to put him somewhere.
Low A or high B, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds.
So let me talk about Titus. So Titus is probably my favorite character to play in this game. If we're going by just having fun with the game, definitely SSS for sure, easily. Yeah. He's really fun to play. And I think if he worked as intended, like if he actually worked at, no net play bullshit, no rollback, none of the shenanigans, I think that he would actually be able to teach players a lot about getting in. Using your mobility, but he doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Or it doesn't work as intended. But I think his mobility and everything like that, I would definitely put him in B. I would much rather have a solid Tidus and a solid Squall, like any day of the week. I do wish that they would kind of take another look at Quick Hit. I think Quick Hit is terrible. They gave it more horizontal range as opposed to like better tracking. Like Army of One's tracking is fucking busted. Like it's almost impossible to get out of that shit. But Quick Hit, people fall out of it all the time. So I'll put him in B. So I think we have him at B. Wes was the only one that had him at A. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
All right, so I did. Brave is he's going to hop in VC while we do Vaughn. He did ask, so we'll do that. So Tifa, the newest addition to NT. I will let Wes go and then Pigeon, because I know that Wes actually got back into the game for her. So give me some of your thoughts on her.
It's gonna be weird considering how much shit I talk about her. But I put her at the top of A.
Top of A. Okay.
Her buff is way too fucking good, dude. Like Limit Break, pretty sure that's global, right?
It is, yeah.
It increases speed. It increases speed like very minimally. I think at the highest level it's probably like 7%, and then it's a attack, and then it's like a whatchamacallit. Yeah, it's like attack, and then I forgot what the third one the third one was, but it increases it upwards to 50%. So that character is kind of dumb if she gets Limit Break 7. Not to mention Fever Time 2. That's when the character just...
Yeah, you unlock the character.
You unlock the character. It's DLC until you get Fever Time 2. So it's like... I would say I bitched about this character a while. If anybody watched my stream, you would hear me complaining like every game that this character has no range, fucking sucks ass online because nobody gets hit. She doesn't lunge for any of her moves. Her neutral's trash. One lightning fireball beats out her entire dash attack in the air. Yeah, I can go down the list, but what she makes up for it is her verticality and the verticality in her moves, right? And people are like, yeah, but like that means you got to go in and die. Well, I mean, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. That's kind of what speeds do. They run in and die. They run in and die for their shoot, and that's when you get rewarded for it. However, I would say when played correctly, right? When played correctly, that character is a force. It is definitely a force, and before she gets Fever Time 2, she is nothing. I will 100% agree with that. She's nothing.
Right.
But when she gets Fever Time 2 and she gets that Limit Break, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, Limit Break is technically not even a skill thing because you can time out the you can actually time the Limit Break slots. So you don't have to like sit there and actually play slots. You just have to time it correctly. Once you get the first, if you hit it in a rhythm, the other 6 come naturally. Yeah. Meaning you're basically guaranteed the Limit Break. So I mean, I think it's really hard to fuck that up, to be honest. So yeah, I will put her straight up at A. There's more I could say, but you know, I'll just cut it there. I'd say she's at the top of A.
Okay. What about you, Pigeon?
For my list, I put her in B. I played her like a okay-ish amount, but I would say B. And I think one thing that hurts this character, take a look at, say, like Garland, for example. He has his full moveset, but you know he still gets stacks and stuff like for buff, Soul of Chaos, whatever. He still has his full moveset. Tifa doesn't have access to her whole moveset to begin with. She's got to unlock that and the stacks as well. I would put her in A if she could use all of her moves like at the beginning.
The character would be busted as hell, dude. don't even say something like that.
And what about you? Well, no, go ahead, Pigeon.
I wanted to speak about the HPs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dolphin Blow, I think there's a lot of complaining about that, right?
It's
like
really good.
People are really wanting that move nerfed. Because, like, it's like a better rough divide pretty much in every way. And
You can
but
mash out of it.
I also like her. I think it's Meteor Crusher, the 4th HP.
That's really good, and it's deceptively
like
hard
that
to search with like things that aren't like Spiritual Ray or Hell's Judgment. It's kind of
That's
sliffy.
Meteor Drive.
Yeah.
You're talking about Meteor Drive. Meteor Crusher is the JoJo one.
Yeah, he was talking about HP4. That's what he was saying.
The
HP4.
JoJo one you
That
like?
one's not hard to-
Pigeon?
That one's not hard to search.
Yeah, that
I'm
one's not
thinking-
hard to
I'm
search.
talking of the 3-hit punch one.
You're talking about the one that ends in
that's-
Ject.
That's the
That's
second
Meteor
one.
Yeah,
Drive.
the
That
second
ends with
one.
Ject, yeah.
I think that one's solid too. So I would say she has good HP selection.
Yeah, plunge, rough divide.
If I think about like her holding potential, I think it's just kind of standard. I don't think she has like anything crazy. I think maybe in Fever Time she does.
She
but-
turns into Tidus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she gets better at holding in Fever Time too. I think it's just a matter of the player skill, really. And it, like, if you can't get Fever Time, good luck winning. But if you can, she's becomes pretty deadly, and Limit Break 7 is not a joke at all. And if you want to pair that with Writ of Conquest,
Yeah, don't do that.
GG.
Let's not talk about that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, and Cross, where would you have her at, man?
Tifa. Nah, I'm gonna say it straight up. Honestly, I would put B tier. But here's the one thing that negates that fact. It's her HP1. I think HP1 solely makes her good. Not only that, and I think HP1 is like so good to the point where if you like fought a Tifa who had Dolphin Blow, even if you knew how to step it, she still will catch you. Like Dolphin Blow is just literally that good. And I'm not gonna lie, she has party buffs, she has fast buttons, and you have to unlock her moveset. That sucks, yes. But when you do unlock her moveset, I would say she's better than Tidus and on the same spectrum as Lightning, honestly. I would say that. But it's the simple fact that you have to unlock her moveset. That's why I can't say she's better than characters like Kuja, who literally can just buff over time, or a character like just Kuja, really honestly.
Kuja buff isn't global either.
Yeah, it isn't global. Well, it isn't global, but like
I've missed Kuja buff before. They'll just throw it out, and it's like, all right, well, I guess you didn't get this buff, even though I'm like the max level. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? What am I supposed to do?
Her buttons are quick. Her range is super bad. I would say her range is like bad, but I would say it's like terrible. Her
No,
range
it is
bad.
terrible. It is trash.
It's
It's not
terrible.
in the neutral.
Okay, so give me your placement.
So I would say she better than Tidus, but not better than Lightning. I would say that she'd be like next to Noctis, if anything.
So that's B,
Better
then, right?
Yeah.
Or are
Yeah,
we in
B.
A? B?
Not B. I would say like middle A.
Middle A.
Not B. Sorry.
And
yeah,
where
middle
did you
A.
have her, Pigeon? You had her in A or B?
I had her in B, but I'm fine with A too. But
I'm actually, I think, so I'm slightly biased because I have not played, I've played like maybe one or two Tifas I actually liked. All the Tifas that I play with her, I don't like having her on my team, and that's never a good sign.
suicide.
Like, I don't like having her on my team at all. I'm like, oh, there's two Tifas on my team. I guess, like, you know what I mean? Like, let me just wait for them to overextend and just, like, try and clean it up. Like, the fact that the greater portion of her actual moveset is behind her needing to actually initiate, it's kind of whatever. I'm not a fan of that kind of thing. Once she gets started, and I think, Dolphin Blow paired with, level 7 Limit Break, like, once you actually see that the opponent has level 7 Limit Break, you have to actually run. You know what I mean? Because
you can't. She's too fast.
Try. You have to try and run. Will you get away? No one knows. But like, you actually can't initiate. It's a losing matchup, and that shit paired with anything else, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, say there's a fucking mighty upward run, you're dead. You're dead off of one sequence. That's really game breaking. Well, not game breaking, but game changing or match changing rather. So, I mean, I'm fine with putting her in B. I could see long-term how she would be A. My perspective is kind of skewed because the Tifas I've played with, I don't like at all. I'm like, when I see Tifa on my team, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go because I feel like most players are going so hard to be aggressive to get their stacks, to become a real character, to become a real boy that, you know what I mean? They just end up fucking dying. So I'll put her in B.
So to add on to that, I guess you could say, so initially, it's like, oh my god, West comes in again. talking about JP. Okay, so I wanted to ask them how they felt about it, right? Because okay, so if you guys didn't know, I like to talk to JP a lot. So I like to see their opinion. I want to see how their side of the game is progressing. So I asked them about Tifa, and they said she's more of like a defensive speed, right? So she would be. People were telling me that she would be paired better off with somebody like Cloud, right? And I'm just like, Cloud, interesting.
Typical.
Very typical, right? And I'm like, okay, so then what exactly does she do? And then they would tell me her neutral brave is trash, straight up. That's what they told me. It's pretty weak. But her vertical, her 2B in the air and her 8B in the air are kind of disgusting, and her holds are pretty good with those, is what they were saying. Dolphin blow is stupid, very stupid move, very strong, Suite. And also that she can, she's better at cutting for her Vanguard than she is going in by herself, right? So she's like, Wes, you just contradicted yourself when you were talking before. Well, yeah, that's true, but from what I've experienced and what I've seen, she can do both. But what JP thinks is that they can, like, you are more playing defensively, waiting for your opponent to screw up, and then you'll gradually get your buffs. Because let's be realistic, they don't really play neutral over there a lot of the time. And if they are, it's a 2v1 scenario, so it kind of goes either or. So yeah, they think she's defensive. They think she's a defensive speed, so she kind of has that identity issue as well.
Now, I would agree with that. I think that's probably her most optimal playstyle, because most, people trying to be aggressive and push the envelope with her, when she's in level 1, you're gonna get fucked. You're gonna overextend. You're gonna get set up. You're gonna go down. So no, I agree with that. So, granted that she's been out for 11 days, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. I mean, we can throw her an A, but as of this second, I would definitely say B.
Yeah, NA Tifa is probably B.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. Ultimisia. Wes, you want to start us with that one?
Put that character in B tier.
Oh man.
Right in front of Renoa.
Really?
Yeah, all she really got is Lance going for her, to be honest.
Really?
That's all she has is Lance going for her. I like.
This is an interesting take.
The thing is like, Ultimisia was known for that character that holds and then gets stronger for fucking holding you 24/7. People would be like, but West, she has Hell's Judgment. Well, that got nerfed, and other characters have better searches now. 100%. Then she got nerfed. Oh well, she has Apocalypse. Well, Renoa has Apocalypse particles on her Apocalypse. So I mean, no, but it's just a generic wave, and she gets searched out of it. So I mean. Personally, I think Lance is her best move. What is it called? Maleficium, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool and all. Combos, level 2. But, I mean, you have to beat it. That character is just so slow. I don't think that character is so slow. It rewards aggression, right? And that's fine. But, like, the character just doesn't... A character can't keep up, I feel like, unless she's lancing everybody 24/7, which means she isn't holding. She gets all set up, which is pretty cool. But, I mean... I don't know what she has to offer, I guess, compared to like another certain character from Final Fantasy X. But I'll just leave it at that. Like I said, I could go on, but I just want to keep it short. I'll put that character right in front of Renoa in B tier.
Okay, interesting take, Pigeon.
Alright, Ultimisia. So I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit. On my list, I like quickly put her in an A, but.
Right.
I think so. I took like a big break from the game and like changes happened and stuff, but maybe pre some changes, I think A was easy, but I think a B would be fine now because like Hell's Judgment, the nerf with that. But at the same time, I think I kind of like A for her because she can hold for herself like in multiple ways, like dash attack. Was there a unique skill? Maelstrom?
Yeah, it's Maelstrom.
That thing's pretty
I thought, yeah.
Busted when she has like her buffs or stacks, whatever. And she can combo with HP from that. And as a character, she does high damage when you build her stacks up. Mm-hmm. She's like a shoot Garland in a way, I guess.
Agreed.
And I mean, like, I think the thing she lacks the most is a good search and high priority now. I think that's their problem now.
Yeah, I agree with the slow part too. I always feel that when I play. I'm like, she's fucking slow. Like the things she does is slow.
I would say A or B is fine. Like low A, high B. I think is what I would go with.
Yeah, she's probably like the best shoot in B tier. Yeah.
And what do you think, Mr. Cross?
Okay, so Ultimisia. Well, no, anyway, so Ultimisia. I just said that wrong. Anyway, so that character. So let's say this. Ultimisia, if she had Hell's Judgment now before it was before, I would put that character high A. But since we got patches over the time and that's been nerfed, and the more times, because it's coming from someone who also who's fought Ultimisia a lot in the past. But I would say she's definitely not as strong as she was. I would say she's like low A or like high B. I do think she's better than Renoa, but over the course of the game, it's like when you fight her, it's more easier so that you notice why she's not that strong as she used to be. Like Lance really does like Lance is threatening, but the thing about Lance though is that if you know that's coming out, you could just poise through her, or like you can even hover above Ultimisia. Because what's the Ultimisia gonna do if you hover over her and she's in the air?
Nail rain.
You can't do anything about that.
Oh, when she's in the air? You said when she's in the air?
When she's in the air, yes. If you're both in the air and you're not on the same elevation as her, what is she gonna do?
I'll panic square button.
Hell's Judgment herself.
No, my bad. The panic button, Lance.
Well, your Lance is gonna curve all the way up and hit me.
Have you seen that thing, dude? That shit is.
that shit usually
Lance
goes
is busted.
down, all the way down.
So give me a place to put her, Cross.
I would say better than Renoa, so I would say low A.
Okay.
Low A, but not like that spectacular. I would say she's low A.
So B.
I have her in A. Yeah, I have her in A. I think, well, if we put her in A, then I feel like Shantotto has to go to S. I feel like Shantotto is like...
Yeah, you definitely can't.
They can't be next to each other. They cannot be next to each other. I think Shantotto is...
Oh, actually, you know what? You know what's actually funny? That Shantotto's an A. Yeah,
Wait, hold on. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys think that Golbez is worse than Ulti? Because I don't think that at all.
I was about to say that. I like Golbez and Ultimisia on the same tier.
I don't think Golbez can contest that character. Or, I mean, my bad. I don't think Ultimisia can contest Golbez at all.
I've heard Ulti players complain so hard about it.
I feel like that character is outclassed in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah, no, so I'm fine with putting her in A. So this is the thing with Ultimisia. I've only played against the best Ultimisias consistently, like UW and Polar. So maybe my perspective is skewed, and I don't play that character because she just doesn't work for my brain for whatever reason. So I think she can definitely be a nightmare, you know what I mean, to fight against when she gets going. But I can certainly understand the underwhelming aspects of her. Trying to play her, it feels like everything takes forever, you know what I mean, like to come out. And I do believe that Lance is fucking stupid. It would be nice if they gave her like a fast search or something like that, because Hell's Judgment is definitely on the slower side. So I would say if we're gonna put her in A, Shantotto has to go to S, but I'm fine with her being on she's on the same level as everybody else in A, in my opinion, just looking at it.
Can I ask you, who'd you say the best ultis were?
Polar and UW.
All right, so I'm gonna throw in my little two-piece about that. So
here we go. The player tier list is starting.
So no. Just a little counteract that. I freed up Polar when I was playing.
Oh my god!
I freed up Polar playing ulti, and then Polar had to switch to Yuna. Pigeon remembers, because Pigeon it was in a tournament, and I was playing. Yeah, and you.
Okay, yeah.
Polar had to switch off of ulti because that character like sucked. Like that character wasn't doing it.
You were playing as a Y'shtola just got reworked.
Yeah, I was playing as Y'shtola, and I'm just sitting here like, yo, this character's free.
Well, no, I would say that Polar's good for that. Like, if she loses the match, she'll like quickly switch from Ultimisia. She'll always do that nowadays. She's like, all right, I lost.
Wait a minute.
Shantotto time or something like that.
Okay, let me say something. Let's equate this.
Oh. Can I ask this? So, yeah. Wes, when you were playing Y'shtola, right? Which Y'shtola was that? Was that when her rework came out?
It was post rework.
Yeah, it was post rework. 3 button.
No. Wait, let me just ask this one thing.
Yeah, what's
was it
up?
Post rework when Iser was it post rework when her Blizzard on the ground was ridiculously good or something like that?
I don't know. I never used it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't even use her to her full potential, and ulti still got freed up. It was what I'm trying to get to you. Like that's what I'm saying. So I don't know, dude. I just feel like even if the best player is playing it, it's not cutting it compared to majority of the other shoots.
What I was going to tell you is that if you just used the Shola Blizzard, you would have negated Ultimation's entire existence with that.
The entire
Wait, really?
negated.
Yes. Okay, Wes, because think about this. Your Stola's Ice Ball before it got nerfed, it was so good to the point where you could literally just play 2-button-ish by just pressing that button and then fire in the air.
It had really good vertical tracking too for unknown
Yo, that
reasons.
sounds hype. Yo, okay, hold on. Let's talk about that when we're talking about your show. I want to hear more about this. Hold on.
I wanted to say one more thing about Ulti. And I think this is going to put her, for me, like easily in B now.
Mm-hmm. So
y'all mentioned how the best ulti players switch off of her, right? This same thing happens with Squall, right? So she has to be in B then. She has to be in B then. Like,
I agree with that. That's a good point. That is a good point. Why does Crawl sound low? I don't know, man. I've done everything possible to try and it's just his mic is a little on the lower side.
Yeah,
you can turn us down.
It's fine. We're already 2 hours in, so it's good. We're past that. So I'm fine with putting her in B. I have no qualms with putting her in B. I think that I can't put her next to Chantoto. She's on par with pretty much. I'd like her a little bit more than Kefka, but they're like pretty much. That might be like 5.5, 4.5. I don't know. I'm fine putting them together. All right, so Vaughn. So we have Mr. Brave Fantasy here in the voice chat with us. He is going to give us his thoughts on Vaughn. What's up, man?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
We're good. We're chilling.
So talk to us about Mr. Vaughn, sir.
All right. So the thing with Vaughn is he can sometimes be a bit of a selfish character due to his mechanic and overall game plan. And if your team's characters don't have good setups, like if you have Shentoto that doesn't get enraged, then that's not really going to be a setup for you. Or Emperor, for example, unless he like Starfalls, you're not really going to get anything. It'll be a bit oof. And without Urban Eruption, he can be pretty easy to disrespect sometimes because he doesn't really have a reliable self-defensive tool other than that, or Azure most of the time. And even with Urban Eruption, you have to mix it up very well so you don't just get like run up and then raw HP or hard red. Yeah. And then White Whirl and Calamitous Orb, they're just way too situational. And with the recent White Whirl nerf, I think it's even more useless because you could at least block out projectiles with it and cause even more like crowd control. But now it's like since it's anomalous priority, Calamitous Orb also has that, and that at least moves. So it's like, why not just pick Calamitous Orb over that? But even then, Orb isn't really that reliable on most stages unless it's like a small or medium map. Like if it's Rift, it can work pretty well. But if it's Alexandria or Midgar or Stellar Fulcrum, it's not really worth it. We'd rather better off just going Azure and Urban Eruption.
Okay, so where would you put him if you had to put him somewhere brave? Where would you put him?
I'd put him at C or B- at best.
Okay.
I like that you said B-.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because my tier list has a B- on it. and guess who's in it?
Probably look back at this.
So, okay, Pigeon, I know you played a lot of Vaughn also.
All right,
What do you
so a little
think?
background. I used to play this character before I played competitively. Like, he's like the one I use the most.
Impossible.
And this is like mainly why I have this character in C, is because when I started playing competitively, like take the game more seriously or whatever, for me, I quickly realized that character is not fit to win like tournaments, in my opinion. Anyways. And the only thing that makes this character any kind of threat is that he has a counter HP. If he didn't have that, throw this guy in the garbage, dude.
Pretty much. That's why I said it can be easy to disrespect him without it.
Exactly. You do not have to respect a Vaughn that doesn't have Earth Interruption. It's free.
Pretty much.
It's free. What a deal. It's free.
Because since he HPs a lot, he can end up getting broken a lot too.
Yeah.
So he'll end up feeding the team quite a bit.
And I also have an issue with his unique skill, Dreadnought. It's It's super double-edged sword.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, like it can be useful,
You have
but since
killing
you have
rate when you
4K.
put that on.
Hmm.
If you get hit, you're
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
You get his feed. You get his feed killing to the other team also. And
I mean,
pretty
I do that
much.
normally. What's the difference here? What's going on?
I feed all the time. That's why I'm called Feeder Fantasy.
So okay, Pigeon Wes, what do you think, man?
I think that character is the equivalent of Armika. If you run Cruel Azure and Ground Zero, you are literally the Armika of Dissidia. And for those of you that don't know who Armika is, it's a Street Fighter character that literally is nothing but 50-50s. So that character, Armika in Street Fighter, was actually super disgusting in her first seasons.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then they decided, hey, this is kind of stupid, so we're gonna nerf her. And didn't Vaughn get nerfed? Did he ever get nerfed?
Don't know. Honestly.
A while back, he did get nerfed because Azure and Earthbound were actually just like something else before they came out.
Wow, what a coincidence! So did Armika. Okay, so basically, I'm comparing this character to a grappler, because it essentially forces your fundamentals to turn off, and you have to guess. Like you're just guessing. Yeah. Is he? Because so he's dashing at you. Now this man can do 4 things. Well, no, he can do 4 things. He can do nothing. He can do nothing. He can brave attack you. He can counter, or he can HP. Now, so it's like, well, now I gotta eliminate options, blah blah blah, because the chances of him doing this, well, no, there's still a 3-way guess no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what makes that character like. I say feast or famine. I call it feast or famine.
Where would you put him?
I'd definitely put him in C.
Okay. And I'll go last. Cross, what do you think, man?
Alright, so I know a lot of you repeated the same thing I'm about to say. Vaughn so let's put it in this scenario. If you're fighting a Vaughn who runs Cruel Azure and Ground Zero, you basically have a character who on the battlefield is nothing but a walking 4-way 50-50.
My favorite.
Because like Wes said, he could do nothing. He can do nothing, do Bravery Attack, do Azure Torment, or do Ground Zero. But here's the funny thing, too. You may think, oh, him doing the Bravery Attack isn't that so scary because his Bravery Attacks are trash, right? What if you're near a wall? Like, think about if Vaughn's near a wall, right? You're taking the HP anyway. Even if these neutrals are trash, you're taking the HP anyway. Because there's a chance you'll get Wall Rush, even though his Wall Rush is trash, and you'll get HP'd anyway. Or what can also happen is that someone could just proc the counter if Miles could just sit there and be like, oh, I don't have to do nothing. You're near him, and your teammate just managed to throw something at him. Proc the counter, oh, you just went down.
Yeah.
And it gets scarier the more and more he goes on. And the more Vaughn goes on, the stronger he is. So I would say with Azure Earthbound, I would say he's a B tier character. Without Azure Earthbound, he's definitely a C tier character.
He's not even a character.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Yeah. So I'll cap us off with him.
It's also funny because he's not the main character of the game.
I'll cap us off with him. So I definitely think though, if Vaughn is not running Azure Earthbound, he's not even on the team. He's not even on the map. In my opinion, he's not running that set. He's not even on the map. It's so hilariously easy to keep him in check when he doesn't have that. Like, you're gonna do back brave, or you did back brave on the ground. Like, I'm just gonna keep searching you over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. You have terrible holds. You know what I mean? Like, you can't set up for shit. You just all he offers is raw aggression. And to answer your question, Zerky, yes, he is like normally top 3, top 4 in arcade because what he can do in an unorganized environment is unparalleled. Like no coordination, just this motherfucker just running around 50-50 everybody. You know what I mean? Like that's difficult to deal with in an arcade setting.
Vaughn is a character where if you legit was angry, just pick him, and then people will be like, "Why am I losing to this? What is going on?
Yeah,
what is my team doing?"
So I definitely think I'll put him in C. I think C is a census here. That sound right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, two things. What about White World Pyroclasm? I think that was pretty disgusting, actually.
You know that actually got negated the minute they made White World intangible.
Yeah, I know, but that in itself was kind of. I mean, there's more than one way to play Vaughn. Is basically what I'm trying to say. We do say he's not a character, but like I do think that's still viable. To be honest.
Like back then, like mainly against melee comps that don't have really anything to deal with it. Like say you have Ject and then like Kuda that doesn't have like any projectile, then okay, yeah, you can run that. Like I did it against Fat Middle Chocobo, and since they had a full melee team with no projectile, then yeah, I got away with it. But there's most likely going to be a marksman that's going to search you, and there's some searches that can like go through White World, so if you're camping in that, you're gonna get that down.
Yeah, that's like I forgot there was some fucker in solo queue that was using White World. He would throw out a White World and he would just use fucking Power Clouds on. And we were running like a melee comp. And that was the most annoying shit. Then I switched to shoot and it was like, all right, now you can't exist.
And then you switch to shoot and then White World canceled out your search and you're like, oh.
I was able to search him because he wasn't doing it right to start with. He was just doing it in an annoying fashion. So we have him in C. Brave, feel free to stick around, man, if you have time. We're almost done here anyway. We're at the closing stretch. Yeah, no, I saw your message. Cryo's going to join us to talk about Xenos. So I'll add him for that. So we're in the home stretch now. So we have Vayne. So it's pretty obvious we need the Birdman to start us off with this one.
So, all right, for rankings, I put him in A, but I would be fine with B or A, really. But for me, this character... The main reason why I enjoy him so much is, I mean, he's a monk. That's pretty godlike to me. This character is all about that power. Like, I think his unique skill, Rid of Conquest, is like amazing. It's a team buff, and in this game, you usually want to be together, right? So like, even though it's not like global, they'll be together, and it'll affect your whole team. I think it's an amazing buff. Don't use level 1 though; it's useless. Just 2 and 3.
So where would you be comfortable with putting him at?
I had him in A. I could put him at low A. That's fine with me. I think he's just a character that's all about power, and his ability to like his neutral brave ability to be able to choose where he throws his opponent is insanely good. He's an amazing duelist, and he can bully speeds pretty easily because he has uppercut and dive kick. That's verticality.
Let's talk about that neutral brave though.
And his neutral brave is amazing for step punishing. And
a quarter of the stage.
The biggest thing, contempt, his second HP. So many people hate that, and it's an amazing HP. You can charge it, and it's just like an instant when you let go, and then it's pretty safe. I think. I think he's just mainly a power character that can kind of just like go in and beat people up, and he has an HP that works for anything really, any map.
Okay, so you be comfortable.
And it's really good at cutting like a variety of HPs.
Okay, so A or B?
I would put him at A.
A. Okay, Wes.
I would put that character in A tier.
Okay.
I think that character, the one thing that carries that character, I haven't played it offline. I have yet to play that character offline, so I can only go off of so many things. But the one thing that carries that character is how jank his lunges. Like, online, when that character 5Bs you, basically, he lunges, and you almost can't react to it, because sometimes it's like a little jolt. It's kind of like how Kefka's fire, it wouldn't actually hit you. It would just it would latch itself on, even though it was close. It was close, but it wasn't close enough to hit you, and you're like, wait, but I wasn't touching it. And playing against Pigeon and playing against other Vayne players, I noticed that a lot. Where I'm like, bruh, I totally dodged that, and this man lunged at me, and he's like, nah, dude, I'm just gonna autocorrect, and I'm just like, alright, this is so jank. So that's why I said I don't know if it's net play. I don't know if that's actually how that character operates. But
yeah, I can't answer that either.
That character, I think his ability to reposition is good, but his ability to reposition is good, but his wall rush is trash in my opinion, unless he's dive kicking you. There's so many times I bounced off the wall from him repositioning, and I'm just like, you thought you had me, but and then you just mash out of whatever he does next because he's slow. I think his buff is great. He's really good. I do not like the fact that he has to take himself out of the game for quite a while actually to get this buff, and it's not global, is it?
No, it's just like a aura.
It's Kuja. Okay, so it's
But it's not. It doesn't function like Kuja's. It's not a single.
It's
an
more,
AoE
it's
buff.
more akin
Okay.
to like Genova.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's pretty cool. But I'll put him in A. I don't think he's better than Snow.
Okay.
In the
I also
slightest.
agree he's not better than Snow, but he's A.
I agree with that.
I'm looking at my tier list. I actually gotta look at this tier list to see like where you guys put things. Cause okay, you put Snow. Okay, yeah, Snow's an A. Yeah. So I wouldn't put him better than Snow. Or Garland actually. So yeah, I put him in A.
What's up, Prince? Give me some thoughts, Cross.
Vayne, basically an A tier character. Solid, good buff. The fact that he can literally fix mistakes is it's really ridiculous. Cause like the thing with Vayne is that the way his character works is like, let's say this. So let's say your shoot, like you set up your shoot, right? And then they whiff the surge, right? Let's say like a Yuno whiffs a holy, right? Vayne can literally be like, nah, I got you, fam. I'll just kick them back into the surge. You can do 1-2, kick the person back in the surge, and then they get hit. And I'm like, what character has the ability to do that?
Warrior
Like,
Light.
that's kind of just crazy.
Warrior Light.
Okay.
So if you had to put him somewhere, Cross, where would you put him, man?
I put him below Snow. I put him below Snow.
Below Snow. Okay.
Definitely not better than Garland, not better than this, but he's still a good, solid pick as a character.
I agree. What do you think, Brave? He's still here?
Is he here?
Left?
We lost Brave.
Yeah, I'm
just
still
like
here.
oh,
I'm still here.
he's playing
I think
good right
Vayne's
now.
a pretty solid character. Like, I would put him at A too, to be honest. Like, his EX skill is pretty good even after the nerf, which was pretty understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But like, his setups are pretty good too. And yeah, like Cross said, like even if you do mess up a setup, like a surge HP on your marksman, you can just like knock them backward. And sometimes, depending on the surge, they'll just still get hit regardless. And he can literally redirect people where you want them to. And sometimes it'll take them longer to come back into the fight, depending on where you may throw them. Plus, Contempt is just really good. Like, Inviolable Will and Force of Will aren't bad either, but it's just like Contempt has so much utility behind it.
Okay, I definitely agree with that. So the thing with Vayne, the only thing with Vayne is that there's only one. There's only one Vayne. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's good or bad. I think he has really powerful tools. Rit is kind of like almost like set play. He can redirect HPs. You know what I mean? Like somebody whiffs a HP or something like that. You shoot, if it has a lingering hitbox, you can hit him back. And that shit's insane. He has decent moves. But I would not put him on the same list, same level as Garland, and definitely not Snow. So I'm fine with B. What do you guys think?
A.
B? I'm picking A.
Just the bottom
picking
of
A?
A.
I'm picking A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'd say A, but I think there are definitely like better options like
Yeah.
Snow, Cloud, and yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's weird because if you put you're looking at this as if you put them on the same tier that they're equal, but we're not ordering this. So,
Yeah, I know,
so
but
that's why it
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of just like on my list I have them as A behind
Yeah,
Snow.
and strength.
So-
Okay, I understand.
So
Alright.
it'd be an A. Yeah.
All right, so where are you guys putting Vivi at? Give me some
Isn't that A? Who's Ace?
no, it's gonna be no. I put Fran.
Vivi's
Let's
gonna be
actually
ace.
let's
No, I
do
think
Ace right now. Fran is Ace. So I will start because I'm the best Ace in A, undisputed. Ace, I would say I'll put him in A or S. His ease of use is just too fucking insane. Like literally anybody can pick him up and do pretty decent with him. And he does have somewhat of a depth level. Like once you get more optimal target selections, and you know your ranges and everything like that, has two great HPs. The other two are fucking Thunder Shotgun's good, but Blizzard Bomb is gutter trash. Has amazing setups, good HPs. It's pretty solid all around. You know what I mean? I think he can play. I mean, he's not gonna zone. He can't zone forever, but he can definitely play aggressive. He can play a little bit of keep away. He's a really good disruptor. Like he's really good at cutting for his team. Like the Ford Brave on the ground and in the air is fucking stupid for that. The only thing really underwhelming with him is his EX skill set. That shit is just, it's a dice roll. It's unreliable, and that sucks. I mean, you're always gonna get something, but it might not be what you need right then. So I'm fine with putting him in A. Wes?
So considering I share a birthday with Ace, I think I have more of a say than you do.
Oh, get out of here.
So, by the way, Ace's birthday was 3 days ago. If you didn't know that, you're not a real Ace fan, but
Marmy,
I am.
I
So,
flooded my Twitter timeline
said,
with it, so I had no choice but.
so that being said, I put him. I think he's the second weakest shoot in A tier, to be honest.
Who's
yeah. Golbez and who did you put in A tier? Hold on, I gotta see this. You put Shanto, Golbez, Kefka. I put him in between Kefka and Golbez because I don't think Ace is beating Golbez, and he's beating Kefka because Kefka's too slow. I think in a straight up duel, Kefka is literally just he can't compete with Ace. Ace is just too forward. Kefka wants to be forward, but his lies in utility with his Heartless Angel. Golbez is more of like, I'm gonna beat your ass, and that's kind of what Ace wants to do. I mean, sure, Ace has holds, but I don't think that translates to having one fireball that does half your all your brave actually,
and knocks you back 2 rings.
Yeah, I'd say Cannonball from Ace is really good. His holds are annoying. He can glide during his 5B, but then again, who can't at this point?
The glide is kind of minimal though. That shit can get searched if you do it right.
Let me see. He has a moving search. I don't like. Dude, Monolith Beam is hype, but it sucks in my opinion. I think Monolith Beam is actually kind of trash, dude. I think RF is way better. I think RF is way better than Monolith.
I wish they would kind of maybe increase the range of Monolith just a bit.
It's like 2.5. He gotta do like his I draw, play my card, and then it creates a tower.
Is it 2?
Is it 2? I thought it was 2.5.
That shit is fucking short.
He's like, and then his EX skill is pretty much RNG, and you know how I feel about RNG.
The gotcha machine.
I play a lot of gotcha, so.
Gotcha machine.
Yeah, and so it's like, it's nice. His thing is nice, but like it's not consistent at all.
Yeah.
Drawing cards is nice and all of it. It's not consistent. So I put him. I think he's a solid character. I just don't think he's better than I think he's like middle. He's very middling.
Yeah, I could see that. Pigeon?
Ace, I think you guys pretty much covered it. I mean, let me see if I can add anything. I think he's like a very proactive shoot, I guess. Like he can move with the team pretty well, and like he's fast. I like that as well about him. So very good for aggressive comps, and that's usually like how people are playing nowadays. And you see a lot of Ace play in tournaments from NA at least, from what I've seen. So I think he's A for sure.
Okay, I like that. Cross?
Ace being my main shoot, I would say. I say honestly low. I'd probably say S, but I can't say really S because. The one thing I really don't think that makes him S is the fact that he has no search braids. And if he had search braids, he'd definitely be an S tier character. But I'm gonna say he's only a little bit better than Golbez, or like worse than Golbez a little bit, but not like a majority. I definitely think he's better than Kefka. But I definitely think Ace is like a really good character. I think he definitely belongs in A tier. Also, I will say this, Wes. Fire Rifle is probably better than Monster Beam, but Fire Rifle can do some
there's no problem.
Oh yeah, it's jank. No, don't get me wrong. I feel like if you get hit with Sloga, don't use Sloga by the way. I feel like if you get hit with Sloga or something, and this dude's charging RF, you basically just lose, dude. I don't think.
No, I feel like this though. Fire Rifle is also one of those HPs where you have to think about when he's gonna release it, and if you guess wrong, you just get downed, and that's kind of crazy.
You just lose.
And nothing too. The tracking on that move
is absurd.
Like, have you seen Fire Rifle go all the way up like a slingshot and hit you? Like, that's ridiculous. Like,
it also has a sideways hitbox.
Yeah, they do.
All right, Brave, you want to chime in on this, man? Well, where would you put him, in S or A? Cross?
You put him in A.
Probably in A.
A. Brave, you want to chime in on this?
I put him in A too because like. He's pretty good. He can pretty much do the marksman job pretty well. But like his EX skill, it's not bad. It's like it's pretty much just gotcha game. And like he'd probably be like S if he had like a search rate, or if he could glide on his full on everything. Like if he could glide on most of his attacks, then he would probably be at S. But I'd put him at B. And I'd probably say Fire Rifle's better too. I'd say it's better than like a standard wave because you can charge it and the tracking is better.
Okay, got you. So so for these last few characters, since we've already been live for about 2.5 hours, I don't want to keep everybody. I know Saturday night, you niggas might have something to do besides be here. We'll try and condense it just a bit because we still have to go over the summons. So if you guys want to just give me the abbreviated version when I ask you, that's fine. So I'm not keeping you guys all night. It's Stola. Wes, you want to start us off?
It's definitely S tier. I actually think she's the third best shoot in the game currently. I don't know anything about the nerfs. I'll probably ask about that later. It's not like I played her too much, but when I did use her, oh man, dude, that was heaven for me. She can defend herself. She really doesn't need help. I don't think she needs help. A lot of people use React. I still use I don't even remember Spiritual Ray. I still use Spiritual Ray even though it's really slow, but it's like 3.5, right? So, I mean, yeah. And then React is apparently the meta one, and you really don't need help when you use that.
I wouldn't say it's meta. I mean,
I've seen a lot. I've actually seen that a lot more than anything else, to be honest.
What's the fastest one she has?
Scion Holy.
I've seen that one a lot. Yeah, I've seen that one a ton, actually. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not really out here watching it solo players too much.
It's mainly because you can throw out 2 reacts. If she didn't get nerfed, like I don't know what the nerf was. If it was anything with their HP.
So Wes, so the current patch that we're playing in shoulder right now.
Yeah.
So this was the nerfs, and they were literally minimum, but it was just 1 nerf and 2 buffs. So basically, the nerf.
Wait, she got buffed.
All right. Let's finish. So her neutral brave got nerfed. I already told you about that. But there's 2 things they did change. So her mode switching. So her mode switching penalty got reduced to it would, instead of taking most of your bar, it only takes a little bit of it. So you don't get penalized for switching so much, but it's still there. But it's not like really bad. And then the other thing they nerfed the other thing they buffed is her search brave on the ground, which is her ice attack. It comes out faster, has more range, and it's. I would say it's like almost the equivalent of who else has a very good search brave on the ground.
Hey, we're supposed to be condensing this.
Yuna,
hey, fellas.
Yuna. Oh yeah, I would say that.
Can I get some slots? Wes said S. Cross.
I would definitely say she's an S tier character.
Okay. Pigeon.
Easy S. I kind of think she's been slept on, but I think people are gonna start to realize that it's a really good character.
We should have never said anything.
And we should have never said anything. She's an easy S. She is better than Emperor. Her one half of her moveset is better than the whole character almost, and that's fucking nuts. Both her forms are excellent. Good EX skill sets. Can support the team. Can stay in. She has too much. She's good. Brave, you want to chime in anything on Tola before we switch?
I'd say she's S+ too. Like she has really good utility, and the other nerf that they gave her, they added 5 more frames onto React, and I can totally understand why they did that.
Yeah, fuck that move.
It's good at shutting down melee only comps. So
yeah. Okay. Yuna, Wes, you want to kick us off with that one?
Second best shoot in the game.
Okay. So you
S
have
tier.
S.
That's definitely an S. That's definitely an S tier.
Give us some quick bullet points on that.
Well, she has a burst. I don't think that's fair for anybody. She has burst. She has 2 HPs. Wakazashi may have gotten nerfed, but on the ground that thing is still disgusting. Has high priority. Her holds. She literally has a faster Ultimecia 5B. She has a Kefka 8B in the air, which is super quick, can stun somebody. Just for that little second that you need your teammate to come over. What else is there? Her dash attack, get off me. Holy lingers for like 20 hours still. It might be short, but you know, it still lingers for 20 hours.
I like her neutral brave in the air, man. I like that. I think it's just stupid.
It's nice. She has a holy, which is the ice thing. Which is kind of dumb as well. It's literally, dude, she just has everything. I can't, dude. That character is just too good.
I think she's definitely up there for most versatile shoot. Like the shit she can do is almost unparalleled.
No, Tara's definitely up there.
Yeah.
But but Yuna's probably second in command.
Second. Okay. Pigeon?
I'd say, she used to be SS, but I would say maybe A now with the nerfs.
Okay. I could definitely, I could get behind that. Cross?
Same thing with Pigeon.
Okay. Brave.
I agree with her. I agree with her being A too, because like she's pretty versatile, but I don't think she's better than Kara or Skola.
I agree. I am fine with her being third. I just think that if you can get Valifor down and you can really utilize him how he's supposed to be, that shit's insane. It actually feels like you're fighting with a 4 teammate. It's really.
You can literally fight 2 people at the same time. What other characters doing that? I need answers.
So she'd be on the highest spectrum of A for me, because she's better than all of these, except for the only one I in dispute for me anyway would be Chantel though. Everybody else she's sons, I think, on this list within A. All right, so let's move on to Xeno. So we have Cryo here, a resident Final Fantasy 14 player extraordinaire. You want to give us some quick info, some insight on where you would put Xeno's Cryo?
Hello, everybody. It's your fellow boy Cryo. So,
Yikes.
after playing Xenos for a couple of months now, and what happened? Okay.
Nothing.
I would definitely put him around A tier, mid A tier, and it might sound crazy.
Okay, give me some bullet points on why.
Okay, so Xenos is a character I like to describe as he doesn't play Dissidia, if that makes any sense. By what I mean he doesn't play Dissidia, I'm trying to say that if you pick up any other specialist or any other character, you already have a certain game plan, right? But with Xenos is like, you know how you need to build up your EX, right? Most of the time, yes, he does have mediocre neutral because it's bound to his EX skill. But there are a lot of times where I see a lot of Xenos' mains who just throw out their projectiles whenever they want. It is kind of bad when you just throw out the projectile out there because you're just asking for yourself to get punished. So you have to pick these moments on where to make your projectiles count in order to interrupt somebody or anything like that. Because again, Xenos' red projectile is low priority, so you're not really gonna interrupt a lot of things with it. On the contrary, Swell projectile and Blue Orb are pretty decent neutral projectiles, if you want to call it like that, and they're really good. Swell specifically at interrupting or just keeping yourself anybody off of you, and Blue Orb is pretty much kind of like a mini flare from Emperor, if you want to look at it that way. You just throw it out there, it's super fast, nobody can try to contest you if they want to 1v1 you. For his HPs, they're all pretty good, and I think a lot of people know in this VC, or anybody has seen me play Xenos, I use Concentrivity a lot in competitive play. The reason why I really like Concentrivity over every other HP is because it has a lot of versatility in competitive play. It's a really fast HP, it's really hard to interrupt it. You can either charge it and break team fights whenever something's happening in a corner. You can also use that HP to kind of like make a body shield for your teammate that's trying to like get a kill, and just throw out Concentrivity out there and all projectiles get canceled. If somebody throws out a missed search, it also gets canceled. Keep in mind that searches that appear like something like Thorns, Holy, Monolith Beam, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I would totally say that Troika is also a really good move, but my experience with Troika has been that every time I try to use Troika for a kill, I always get interrupted by an enemy shoot or any other thing that comes my way. So that's why I'm really sorry. I just don't like Troika. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all you Xenos mains out there. Ever since the change to Xenos' speed, before that I would consider him B tier, because that speed before he had was really horrible. He really couldn't do anything. But with that single speed change, it made him more viable in a competitive sense.
So you have him in A, right?
Yes, right now. So And I would dare say that.
Don't you
Oh,
say
I want to
it.
break a little bit.
Don't you say it.
I want to break a little bit of a stigma because people have some kind of this false idea when he's against the wall. People think that he does have resets against the wall, don't get me wrong, but he does not have an infinite vortex against the wall. The reason that being is that if you do not press anything against the wall, against any double wall rush, you will immediately be free of the vortex because you have enough iframes and the stance doesn't stay out long enough for him to like redo his pressure.
So,
but
stop mashing. That's what
Pretty
you're
much.
here first. Stop the mashing.
Do not. If you see a Xenos trying to farm you for Zen arts, you do not press any buttons. You either wall run, climb, or you just run away with your iframes. That's about it.
Okay, got you. All right. Brave. Oh no, go ahead. Finish, Kyle.
And one more thing. If his neutral was consistent, and if a Xenos is able to consistently get all 3 Zens and makes him an official speed Vanguard, you want to call it like that, I would definitely put him at S tier.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that insight. Appreciate it, Cryo. Feel free to stick around. We're almost done anyway. Brave. Any insight on Mr. Xenos?
I think I'd probably put him at A tier 2. He can be a pretty good duelist at times, and I think his HP kit overall is pretty solid. My favorites though are Lightless Spark and Vein Splitter, just because like Vein Splitter utility is pretty good. You have like the best of both worlds of having a search or a wave. And Lightless Spark, sometimes you can just shield drop it or jump over it, but it's a charge HP, and whiffing in front of a charge HP in general can be pretty bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Plus it goes through people too, so you can sometimes get doubles or triples.
I like that. All right, West?
Pretty much gonna echo what they were saying. I'd definitely put him in the middle of A. I don't think that character is anything special, but I think he's solid. Everybody hyped that character up, man, and it was all like flashing lights, dude. That's all it really is. I mean, it's cool. He's cool. Don't get me wrong, but like that character literally is all like flashing lights.
Lights
To be honest. It's like,
okay, Mr. Pigeon Senpai.
Alright, quick thing. I don't know this character very well, but the things that stand out the most for me are he's pretty quick, and the fact that his unique attacks are unblockable. That's pretty interesting in my opinion. But honestly, I haven't been impressed by this character, and I think that he kind of just gets stomped really in team play, like competitive play. I would just put him in B, honestly.
Put him in B. Cross?
I'm be honest with you. Well, all the reasons Carlos gave us, I would definitely say solid A. Like,
Solid A. Okay.
I honestly did not know nothing about Xenos until I saw Cryo play, and I was like, this character's pretty good.
He's more so of a character that needs to snowball to get his game going, but other than that, he's just weak to everything else. Like, if he doesn't get his gameplay going, then he's just B tier.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and I'll cap this one off. So Xenos, for me, has been a relatively mixed bag. I talked to Prophet a bit about it, and pretty much the sentiments that he had was it's not the character. The character has everything he needs. It's the players and the way they're going about playing him. He kind of has the same issue that Tifa has, where on paper, in order to get where you want to be with that character, you would want to play aggressive on paper, right? But if you just play back a little bit more, methodical, you can get what you need and still be effective to your team. I think he has pretty decent HP set. The unblockable attacks are great. Dash attacks are great. I would still put him in B though. As of right now, like I've seen great things out of him. I mean, he won our monthly the like 2 weeks before after his release. So he has what it takes. But I think that most Xenos, like playing Xenos, I think he would have an issue with consistency because it's all or nothing when I see Xenos.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you got first or you got six. You know, there is no in between.
There is no in between.
This
This character is actually, you really had to be consistent and really know the game inside out to
Yeah.
actually be effective with Xenos.
I agree. So I mean, I throw him in B. I haven't seen too much. I know he has everything it takes, but like I think he probably needs a bit more development as far as executing his game plan consistently. So I put him in B. So I think the A's have it, right? I think most people voted A.
Yeah.
So let's throw him an A. And then last, Warrior Light. Brave, you want to lead us off on that one, man?
Warrior of Light, I would say he's a solid A because with him, you can actually play either offensively or defensively depending on the situation. And plus, Holy Chain in general is a really good EX skill. Sure, you can HP him out of it now, but if you're careful with how you do it, not being able to lock off of him is pretty big because your 2 other teammates can capitalize off of that pretty well. And his HP kit in general, it's pretty good. Like I wouldn't say he has a bad HP per se, though I think the bitter end nerf, like on the range was pretty questionable. But I'd say he's pretty good. Plus his blocks are really good too.
Yeah, I like that. Cryo.
I actually have mixed feelings with this character. So majority of the time, whenever I play against the Warrior of Light, he's either super good or super bad in terms of like, I don't know. It's just something about Warrior of Light that just makes me feel like he's either good or bad. But I would still definitely say, in theory, with his entire kit and what he can do, I would totally just say like a solid A. Hello?
Oh, sorry. So somebody just like joined. Somebody just followed with the insane name, and then I look at the Twitch account, and the Twitch account says created 38 seconds ago. So yeah, I'm just gonna time you out for the remainder of the stream. I don't need any bullshit. I don't need any bullshit tonight.
I thought I disconnected at first.
I'm not doing that tonight.
Like, oh my
I am
God,
not doing that tonight. Fuck you.
Am I talking to myself?
Creating Twitch accounts 38 seconds ago and then coming into my chat. Nah, dog, say that shit for somebody else. For real. That was my alt. Sorry, Klein. Sorry, Brave. Whoever was talking, my bad, because that was random. Go ahead, man.
Oh, I think he finished.
Are you good? So you're gonna put him in A or where?
Yeah, just his general overall kit and his ability to play any playstyle he wants. Then yeah, I would say totally solid A.
Okay, got you. A. Wes.
I think the character is S tier. It's been proven time and time again that it doesn't matter how much that character gets nerfed, that character is always going to be played. It doesn't matter what you nerf about that character, dude. A lot of active hit. He has so many active frames on most of his moves. His HP pool is disgusting. Just like we were talking about with Vayne, he can reposition his opponents for HP attacks.
It's so annoying.
Like that character is. I think that character's in my top 3 in heavies. I don't think anything's beating the utility he brings to the team. Who cares if he gets HP and he loses it? The fact that he could provoke you in the first place without the skill is kind of dumb.
Let's talk about the aerial Ford Brave.
Yeah,
and how that shit goes
not talk about
3
that.
rings away.
Locks Ford bravery on steroids.
That should be going 3 rings away. I'm like, yo, there's no way I got hit by that. Get out.
Dumb.
Pigeon.
All right, I'm with Kazu on this one. He's 3rd place Vanguard for me. The air forward brave is one of the dumbest attacks in this game. It's so safe for what it does. And this character can, has a brave attack that blocks projectiles, brave attacks. He can also shoot a projectile out of it. He gets a defense buff when you block things. Like, it's crazy. Holy Chain, even though it got the nerfs, it's still pretty dumb.
Okay.
And
he's a counter.
Just good buttons overall. This character has nothing bad about him.
So you're saying S?
S,
okay.
yes.
S. Cross?
Definitely, I would say he's an A tier character. The only thing about Warrior of Light that really annoys me is that forward bird. Bro, every single time you get hit by that forward bird, it tilts the shit
Yo,
out of
that shit has insane range.
Because, like, I could be nowhere near wall. He'd be like, where the fuck do you think you're going? And then he snatches me from 3 rings. It's like if someone had Mars Graph from Melee, put it in Dissidia, and gave it to the character.
So you're gonna put him in A cross, you said?
Yeah, A. I feel like Warrior Light, though, is like... I would say Warrior Light's one of those characters, like... He's, like, really balanced, I would say. Except that forward brave. Fuck that move. Anyway. Aside from that, he's a balanced character, I would say. Not like he's just like there. He just like works for everything.
He is one of those characters. If you lose to Warrior Light, you just lost. You just lost.
No, you didn't. No. If you lose to Warrior Light, that character fucking dick your shit down, bro.
So I would say the more you guys talk, I'm actually completely fine with putting him in S. I thought that him and Garland were two halves of the same coin. Warrior Light very defensive, obviously. You know what I mean? His fucking buttons are godlike. His air neutral, forward brave, all of it good. You know, dash attack, invincibility on it. Good HP. He's kind of insane. His setup game is ridiculous. Like, yeah, the more I think about it, for a while there, I didn't know why they had reverted why they had nerfed the Holy Chain, but the more people talk to me about it, oh, it's kind of jank. You know, when you're down, then like you know, if he's down, you got to stare at him. I thought that was kind of a major nerf, but in retrospect, I think it's okay. Holy Chain's still pretty stupid. I think it comes down to the players don't really use it well. They'll literally just like, oh, let me just dash into 1v3 and just, you know, do this Holy Chain, and then it'll get fucking clapped immediately.
Well, I mean, Raw Holy Chain was literally a legit strategy in competitive play, and then they nerfed it, and everyone was like, nah, be strategic with it.
Yeah. And shout out to I know there's not a lot of them. Artemis said that. Coppola, one of the more notable ones. A lot of the like OG Warrior Lights just kind of just switched to other things after a while. I think Kizzy used to play Warrior Light at one point. This has been a while. But yeah, I am completely fine. Let's throw him an S. I think that yeah, we can do that, Wes. Just drop him in Discord. So I think that's going to conclude that. While we wait for those guys to get me the docs, what we're going to do is we're going to do summons. And this probably shouldn't take too long. Let's start off with Shiva. Now, I'm going to say S. I'm going to actually say S. And if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I probably would have said B or A. But just from playing her and like playing characters that like really feed off having their EX a lot, that shit's fucking busted. I'm gonna be the first to say that shit is busted. You get it so fast, like it's on every hit. You get it. It's just you get it. You know, it cycles your EX skill set so much faster. So let's start with Cryo. What do you think, Shiva?
Well, as a Xenos main, it doesn't really benefit me whatsoever, but I can totally see it. Yeah, I've seen it in play a couple of times, and it's very, very, very strong.
Yeah. Okay, so put a letter on her.
S.
S. Okay. Wes.
After playing with her, I would have said like a high A, low S. I don't really mind either way, so we can go with S. That's fine.
Okay. Pigeon.
S is fine.
Brave.
To be honest, I haven't really thought about putting someone like Tiers, but I would say Shiva's either like a S- or like an A+.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like since I use Tifa and Camelot, and I can definitely see like the EX skills helping me a lot and lasting longer. If the EX skill does that, like I have my EX skill limit break. It lasts like 5 seconds longer, so it's pretty useful.
So hers just helps you get it faster. Yeah, it helps you get it faster.
Yeah.
I am completely fine with putting her between S and A. I think that's because I might be slightly biased, but I think between S and A is pretty solid. Cross.
I would say A. I would say A actually.
A. Okay. All right, I like that. Ifrit. Want to start us off on this one, Wes?
Who?
Ifrit.
But who'd you ask?
Wes.
Yeah, who'd you ask?
Wes.
Oh, me. I was like, what the Ifrit, I think is very underrated. He affects everybody. He can fit in every comp because no matter what you're doing, you're attacking. But I don't really care too much about him. I feel like there's other summons that do more than what he does. I would put him in A tier.
Okay, interesting. Pigeon?
I kind of have the same feelings. Part of me thinks that Bahamut invalidates Ifrit because it's like they kind of both offer like a brave bonus, but with Bahamut, I feel like he has better summon attacks, and you get like that huge bonus to breaking someone. And I think that I say that probably beats how Ifrit does, but I'd say I'm fine with that. I'd say A, between A and B for Ifrit.
Okay. Cryo?
I would totally say A because it technically had like having mighty strikes all the time. I really could care less for the extra like damage upon shields since shield breaking doesn't really happen at like so often. So, but overall, it's still a pretty good summon. So I'd say A.
Okay. Cross Pigeon. Who hasn't won? Brave?
I'd say Ifrit is probably B in my opinion, because like Pigeon said, I totally agree with him. How like I think Bahamut, the recent Bahamut buff, kind of invalidates Ifrit because you're still getting a lot of bravery in turn, and it also helps a lot of characters because not everybody can shield break that well, and it rarely happens anyway. So you might as well have the additional bonus of getting like more bravery if you break somebody, and the default bravery being at 1400 once you summon him. And it also helps bravery conduit out a lot if you want to get breaks with that and use conduit.
Okay. So for me, Ifrit's probably the second biggest disappointment for me after the rework. I don't think I don't actually like picking Ifrit at all, honestly. That's like one of the only ones I don't like picking. I haven't like B or C even. I don't see it. His summon attacks are decent. Hellfire is pretty underwhelming. I don't see it. So I think we're in between A and B for him for most people. Sound fair?
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay.
That's fun.
Leviathan. Who wants to
Is there
start?
even a tier for this song?
S plus.
Yo, have you played the Sloga, not the Sloga Binder, have you played the Sloga Ren Shield Weekend comp with Globez?
Have you played
Globez.
I've only heard the fairy tales about that. So.
Bro, yeah, you should have seen it.
Have you played the Sloga Vacuum Esoteric Almagast?
We don't talk about that. I was playing with Gil and Bartz, right? And they literally made me run like Ren Shield and Sloga. And Gil was playing Golbez with Black Fang. And Bartz was just doing whatever he wanted. And I shit you not, bro, we were destroying teams. It was insane. It is hype. Now, outside of that comp, no, that character is like, or the summon's probably like D. but that comp puts it at like S.
Yo, bring the water balls back.
They should.
Brave, Pigeon, or Cross? What do you guys think?
That's fine with me, D.
D. Okay. You'll take the D. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. I can agree with D too. Like Leviathan would probably be better if like debuff comp was at least a little more like in meta or like more viable. Yeah.
Yo, tell me why when I was watching True Blade Seeker's video, I was like, yo, this motherfucker about to be doing work. I was like, yo, these summon attacks look great. They're so fucking good. How are they gonna get out of this? And then the real match, that fucking water pillar tornado thing barely moves at all. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But one thing I'm gonna give Leviathan is whenever she does tsunamis, you cannot see anything. Like literally, you cannot see the tsunami.
But you know what you can do,
use Blinga.
You can walk right out of it though.
Use Blinga.
You can walk, use casual jaunt right out of it. No need to worry. All right, so we got him in D. I think that's fair. He's kind of trash, unfortunately. My biggest disappointment from the rework. Let's talk about the old man, Odin. Wes, want to lead us off with this one, man?
I think Odin's probably a solid A. I put Odin at solid A. I think it really rewards aggressive gameplay, kind of like Ifrit does, but it doesn't matter because Odin increases your speed, and you're just like, all right, dude, I ain't gotta worry about it, I think speed is invaluable in this game. That's why people run Revivify and shit like that. So I would put it over Ifrit, but I put it below. I put it at the same level as Shiva, to be honest.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll take that.
So yeah, probably like S minus, A plus.
All right, thank you for that, Pigeon. What do you think, man?
I pretty much agree with them. Like, you get the speed boost and the extra dash gauge. It's pretty big, pretty like really good buff in my opinion. And the Odin's summon attacks are pretty good too. So yeah, and same as Shiva.
Brave and Cryo.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ever since I've been running Odin with Team TVA a lot with triple melee comps, I have actually become a super fan of Odin. So it really does make a big difference with the summon rework. So I totally agree putting like Shiva tier like next to Shiva.
Got you. Brave?
I agree. Like Odin, like dash speed benefits like everybody, so you don't really have to think about it that hard. Plus, it helps triple melee comps a lot, like Cryo said. So you can even go like more ham and more hunger with that, and feed to your heart's content. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think Odin is pretty good. I'd probably put him at A or S.
Got you. Cross.
Like A.
Good talk.
I think he said A.
Yeah, he said A.
I can barely hear him though.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, and especially on bigger stages like Pandemonium,
Yeah.
Nars, Besaid, you really feel that. You know what I mean? It really does help. His some of the attacks are decent. Zantessa can actually, you can set up in it and stuff like that. Now I like it. I'd actually put him in. Yeah, I put him right next to Shiva actually, same level. All right, how about the old man, Pigeon?
My personal experience, I really like the summon. Since buffs are like generally just preferred, they're better than debuffs. Like this dude is just good most of the time, and I think this is gonna be an easy. I think he's gonna be the top summon, honestly. And
He is in Japan right now.
yeah,
He's the most
like
one.
I think he's the top, and also with the summons, his summon attacks, the stun is insane. That is, you can't teleport or anything for like a good while.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty much that.
I like it. Cross.
I would say S.
Okay. Brave.
I would say S as well. I definitely say he's probably like the best summon since like NA meta is like really buff orientated. I would like say he's really good. Plus, you don't even have to run in feeble with him as well because his not divine judgment ball is pretty hard to dodge sometimes, especially if you're all grouped up together. Yeah, his summon attacks in general are pretty solid too.
Okay. Got you. Excuse me. Who do we miss? Cryo? No, did you go?
Yeah, I totally agree about it being S. It's just super good, and the summon attack actually just makes you wait at least 1 second to see the pattern you're gonna get in order for you to get out, and that specific second where you can't be standing still, you can actually get caught out and just die for it.
Okay, I like it. And me personally, I'm gonna put him in. Yeah, right there. I think he's good. I think Judgment Bolt is a little. I don't know how if it's coded weirdly or what, but there's been really weird situations where I've seen people just literally just walk out of it.
That hitbox is jank.
Yeah,
It is pretty jank.
It's pretty weird. But
Shiva's is actually worse though.
yeah, he's yeah, I think that. So, what about Alexander? West?
Alexander? Oh, you know me. I loved Shiva back in the day. I would definitely put Alexander probably. Cause of Bahamut though. I'd put him. It's not like a tie, but he's probably my third best summon. I'd put him in S. Still put him in S. I think that summon's disgusting. Still, kind of just it fits in every comp. You can't hate it. I don't think they ever fixed the FPS issues, etc. So, you basically got your own lag switch. So.
The game's moving at 1 FPS. All right,
Don't need to pick no
Pigeon?
matter anymore.
I pretty much agree, even though like he might not be seeing as much usage in NA at least. He's still really good. Yeah, I agree. S.
As Cross.
I think he's dead.
He's probably busy doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face down.
Oh no. I was about to finish that sentence.
I'd put him in S personally. I think we all understand he's pretty good. And who the hell doesn't want extra HP? You know what I mean? Like, that's too good. And Bahamut, where are we all at? Everybody can chime in. Doesn't matter.
It's basically dang, you can't even put like an S plus minus.
Yeah,
Fuck.
just tied with Odin and Shiva, honestly.
Okay.
You think so?
Because
it
I
depends.
think
It depends.
Bahamut's better than Ifrit. I think he's better than Ifrit at least.
Same.
I
depends
don't
on
know if
the
he's as.
comfort,
I'd put him. So I'm biased. I'd put him and Odin together, but he's definitely not as good as Alexander and the old man.
The only
So-
time Bahamut really makes a difference is the extra brave you get on a break where where in a, let's say, in a combo HP that normally wouldn't kill, you get that extra brave and you actually.
Well, how about this?
From the
Put him. I would put Ifrit down like a half step and then Bahamut down a half step. Then.
Well, we can do that. I mean, I hate Ifrit. I think Ifrit's trash.
Wait, y'all don't think Bahamut is like S minus?
I think he's like S. I put him on made the same
I put
list,
him on S,
same
but,
level as Odin. That's me though.
I put him on S, but it really depends on team count for me, to be honest. Because if it all depends if you're gonna make use of the extra break bonus or not.
Well, the thing is, break bonuses happen regardless of.
No,
Yeah.
it does happen regardless. But I mean, when you actually have like a confirmed kill, you know. What I mean that is like you break somebody in the other way and you have like what 2.7k brave, and then for the break bonus you get immediate kill brave.
I look at it as Alexander's health buff. That's kind of how I see it. It's gonna happen regardless, and it helps. It's really useful. So I would actually put it like right below Alexander. To be honest, I'd actually put Bahamut higher than Shiva and Odin. Mainly because break bonuses, and then what's the other effect? It's like your bravery sets at recovery.
Faster, yeah.
Yeah,
Thought that was-
the default bravery at 1400 after you.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, put that right below Alexander. Put that right below Alexander. What are y'all doing?
Look at Wes. Can't wait to feed that brave.
I play shoot, dude. What you talking about? I'm about to be medias for days, baby.
I could get dive kick for 5 kills.
All right, so I think that's it. If you guys want to send me your tier list, I'll try and put it on stream, or I can. If you guys want to do that, that's fine. Whew, but we'll kind of wrap this. Damn, I did not think this was going to take 3.5 hours. Jesus. Thank you for everybody's time. Cross, West, Kazu. Well, that's the same person. Cross, West, and Pigeon. My bad.
Yo, thanks. Hey, thanks.
And
Oh,
Brave and Cryo, thank you for showing up and chiming in about your characters respectively, and the rest of the tier list. Enjoyed this. This was a very welcome break from just being in viewer lobbies. I can definitely say. So we're gonna wrap right now. Let me see if I can get these.
I
on
actually
Twitter?
expected more of like a bloodbath. Oh, you want mine? I can show you mine right now. I meant like all posts are.
No, just post it on. If you want to display it, just did you put it on Twitter? I can just. That's probably easiest, and I can just go to your page and just pull it from
I
there.
think I got it. Hold on.
All right.
Here you go. Wait, where the fuck?
Careful with Twitter, by the way.
Yo, Twitter is not gonna hate me for that. Trust me. Yo, JP knows me. It's fine.
No, I was saying like in general, just any pictures that might show up on this site.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're invading Wes's Twitter.
No, it's not on my Twitter. Don't look at my Twitter. No, I'm just gonna post it in the Discord and then you can put it up.
Hey, we got to talk about this one more time.
Hey, don't stop looking at my Twitter.
Take care.
Take care. Take care. The way you drove
There you
off
go.
is funny as fuck.
Hey, you just drove away.
Take
Yeah,
care.
I posted it in Discord.
That's funny. I don't want to share my Discord though.
I mean, you can just save it and then post it up or open it.
I like how you have Jack that's 2 on.
Oh, actually, this will work. Let's open the link. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Big brain. All right, so this is Wes tier list. So, yeah, Cecil, Zidane, and Terra in S. A+, Cloud, Wall, Garland, Locke, Kuja, Kane, Yuna, Tola, Bart, X-Death. A. Oh, you already had Xenos in A. I like that. And then the rest is the same, right? No, you had Furion in B. You had Jacked in a 2 honest tier list. What?
Yeah.
That character doesn't work on. That character doesn't work. No, it's too honest.
2 honest. That's pretty close to ours. I can see your changes though. That makes sense.
It's because I had to argue, and then you guys finally decided, hey, I'm gonna put it in that tier.
Fuck out of here.
That was a lot more. That wasn't a bloodbath. I was expecting more.
Well, I was gonna invite Klein, and I was like, do I just want to argue all day? Nah, not doing that.
Who are you gonna invite?
I was gonna invite Klein.
What was Klein gonna argue with? Plays Emperor and like Cecil. That's the only two characters he plays.
But he has strong opinions about what he has strong opinions about.
I mean, for me, it was like I was just open to listening what people thought. So
yeah,
because like I don't know every character like that, so I was willing to listen to like Xenos and stuff.
Yeah, this was a very fun. Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Shout out to everybody that tuned in and stuck around. I'm gonna actually go ahead and host you guys over to somebody else because, whoo, it's time to get back to IRL because that was a long expedition right there.
How'd I get here?
Let me. Is anybody else streaming Dissidia? Venomous Soul is. And that's about it. That's the only person I recognize. So you guys get to go over there.
Yeah, I'm streaming Dissidia.
Oh.
I'll stream scrims.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, PM me in like,
Yeah, just PM
30
me.
years. Yeah, just PM me. I'll let you know when I go live.
PM me. Any closing words, comments, plugs, anything like that while I am setting this up? Have at it.
Nerf Cecil.
If you use Bainga, you're a bad player and you should feel bad. Yeah, somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it.
Big one is remember it's a team game.
Xenos' alternate outfit easily makes him SS tier.
Yes, I can get behind that 100%.
Xenos. Hello guys. I have a Xenos outfit.
Xenos be
Buff
like.
his voice inside his helmet, please.
Alright, I'm gonna cut the stream. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate your time, guys. This was pretty enjoyable.